The Fully Geek.
Yes. What's happening, man? Them? How's it going?
What's good?
Good, man. That's
Yes.
good. Yo.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good evening. Good noon. Good night. Yes, welcome everybody to episode 8 and 1, 81. Yeah, 81
Come on.
pounds.
It's a bingo
Come on.
thing, yeah. Bingo thing, yeah.
Bingo thing. Oi,
8 and 1, 81.
8 and 1. Not gonna lie, I feel like we're almost getting 100, although it's 19 episodes away. But also we're coming up to the second year birthday soon.
Yeah.
man.
When
Yeah.
is that? Do you know the date?
Who's baking?
Hi, Sam.
Did any of you see that video? Yeah, where the man.
Don't try to say the subject. What's the date,
No,
bro?
listen. Did any of you see that video where there's the man, yeah, and like he's, I don't know, say it's on a Nigerian who wants to be a millionaire, or whatever, yeah, and he's on the last question,
Yes.
and they say to
I
him,
put it in the group, yes.
and they say to him, my missus actually said it to me as well. She's like, "That's something you would do. When's your anniversary?" He's like, That's how I felt just now.
But we saw Nub in his front movie though. Yeah.
That's how I felt when you just asked me.
That's for big money as well, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, it was a 5 million rand.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could have been our funding, bro.
that's what I'm saying. When you just said when's the second birthday, I was like, it's 2 years after we started.
But basically, all we remember is Infinity War.
Yeah, it's around.
Yeah.
I reckon it's
Yeah.
April.
Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Was it Endgame then? Oh, yeah, Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
to be fair, it's either this month or the beginning of next.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll dash a date in the comments.
Yeah, we'll make one up.
Look, come on, it's honest. It's honest. I could go look in the phone. It's honest. You get me? Honesty. All right, people.
Honestly. Come on.
Big track.
That's the track.
All right. Let's go straight into the weekly roundup, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. As you have probably heard, first of all, we had the Kent variant. Then we had the South African variant, which was like doing its rounds. Now the new thing on road is the Brazilian variant.
Bom dia.
Yeah.
To
So
the bang.
now the Brazilians are coming to ruin Boris Johnson's road to recovery.
But I was busted up earlier, yeah. Apparently there's someone's got the Brazilian virus, yeah, and they can't find him. I'm busting up. There's a search party looking for this one suspect.
Apparently they've narrowed it down to 136 houses.
It's not something funny, but it's just like I can just imagine they're proper Cluedo.
Yeah, no, they're probably looking for this Brazilian because they don't want the Brazilian thing to come out now. But yeah, another thing that potentially is ruining Boris's road to recovery. Like when we had the Olympics, yeah, we had that Saturday where we won 3 gold medals, like London won 3 gold medals, and they kind of titled it a particular Saturday. I'm entitled in Saturday just gone as Sunny Saturday. All right. How did you, man, enjoy your sunny Saturdays?
Indoors, like what Boris and the government said.
Innit? Indoors, mate. Indoors.
Our Papa wasn't. That's the thing.
Oh, you're one of those.
I don't know what was going on outside, bro. You tell me.
Listen, I put my shorts on. I draw for the cocoa butter, moisturize my legs. I was out, bruv. Oh, well, I went to the park. Just went to the park.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. It was a mess, bruv. I went down to Hackney, went to Stoke Newington. Bruv, I saw people in shorts, I saw people in t-shirts, I saw people just not even listening to this. They're not even respecting the rules, the social distancing. It was like the British version of Carnival. That's what Church Street looked like. It was live. Oh, I said these people, they're trying to keep COVID alive, bro. They're trying to keep COVID alive. So hopefully, in a week's time, we don't see that we're a little bit further back on the road to recovery.
It's difficult. It's very difficult. You know, listen. First of all, we've been locked up for a very long time, right? And as soon as that sun comes, everyone is quick to somewhat enjoy it. I went out just to go to the park, and the sun was out.
Was the park packed?
The park I went to wasn't that packed.
Okay.
There was a lot of skaters and the skate ramps and all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, everyone kind of kept the distance, walking the dogs and kids and walking the parents, etc. As the rules state, exercise, that's what you'll call it.
Yeah, in London they weren't. I mean, there was pictures of people on the beaches. Like I see people like pictures in the paper, the actual beaches. Like I was like, it wasn't even hot. It was sunny. It was not hot. People were sitting there, towels, lying down, trying to get their tan on.
You got to remember, people really want to get back to normality. Literally,
but people got to remember it was February, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It was
it's 17 degrees.
What, just the weekend gone was 17?
Yes. What do you think I was wearing my shorts and cocoa bars?
I didn't feel like
I really don't remember this weather happening, you know.
It didn't feel hot, bruv. It was sunny. Yeah, it was bright, but it was not hot.
No, it wasn't cold. It definitely wasn't cold then, because the way it's cold now is ridiculous.
Bruv, I was still rocking a jacket, bruv. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so it was like straight.
But it's cool though, Rich. If you want to get your legs out, innit?
No, listen, I missed it, man.
Fair enough, boy. But yeah, so that was sunny Saturday. Hopefully, like I said, they're not trying to muck up our thing. How's your week been? How was your weekend and all the rest of it? How's life? What's going on, guys?
Yeah, it's indoorsy, man. Indoorsy.
Yeah, indoorsy. Yeah, nothing much, man. Nothing really big happened, bro. Just same old, man.
Check when Tesco's, every little helps and that, you know. So.
Which was a Tesco's.
Asda. Probably they don't even do that anymore.
No, I'm sure that's against
show my age. Show my age now.
It must have been controversial or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that's against
some sort of.
They're like, let's get rid of it. Let's not even tell the public. Let's just stop doing it now, innit?
Also, I think because you started getting them other supermarkets that were a little bit cheaper, I don't think Asda could even afford to do them things anymore.
The Lidls and the Audis of the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing major. What about yourself? Sorry, go on, man.
No, that's it. That's from Tesco's, man.
Yeah, no, same old. Like I said, just keeping it indoors. Been doing my walking stuff, you know. Yeah, same old, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm back at work on Monday, innit? So it was just
a bit man, excited about that, aren't you?
Because you know what, some colleagues watch this. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's leave it like that. And move on, boy. I'm excited to see a lot of the kids, to be honest. Like, because I feel like I haven't seen them since like December kind of time. So for that, I'm quite excited. Some staff, yeah, others not so much. So yeah, let's just call it that. And I'll talk about it another after the pod.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Saturday gone. It was the 27th. Yeah, I stayed up till USA 9 p.m. East Central Time, or however they bloody say it, to watch the Verzuz of D'Angelo and Versus Friends. And I doubt any of you watched it, so that's fine. I will say, Rich, if they did what you said they were going to do and brought out the cast of Friends, I think it would have probably been better, or you would have had more friends than they did. No disrespect to D'Angelo. D'Angelo is like an amazing artist. And it's funny because I said this to Kel, and I said, Kel, you know what? He just wasn't our time. And Kel goes, no, he actually was our time. He was like early 2000s, late 90s, yeah? But I think what it is I didn't know all the D'Angelo songs. So I think if you knew his songs and like knew his like albums, you might have thought this was amazing. Yeah? I didn't. I knew like Brown Sugar. I knew like about 4 songs maybe, yeah? But I stayed up and watched all of it because I thought, who's the friends he's going to bring? Like, what's going to happen? Brother, it was like a one-man concert, and he brought out Method Man and Redman as one act, and he brought out Her, and that was it.
Who's Her?
Just singer.
Singer.
Big. She's big, man.
Yeah, she's a big singer.
Yeah.
Big singer.
Big.
It's like H.E.R.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
okay,
big.
okay.
But I was like, where is everyone else, bro? Like, why did you might as well have just said it's D'Angelo, bro.
I know he did. You know, you can say, well, I said Friends. I brought 2 on, well, 3 on.
Yeah,
Friends.
man. I was
but
like,
come on, like,
yeah,
you can't do that, man.
The way they kind of sold it, I thought there was gonna be bare people. It was gonna be like life changing. Hammersmith Apollo, like not Hammersmith.
I thought I see Joe, Maxwell, John B, all of them man there.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be.
Music Soul Child. Come on.
He came out in this meaty looking fur jacket. Yeah. Yeah, no, don't let me disrespect the man. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right, but it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I've now got a new way of listening to the verses, and I'm now going to watch it on Apple Music as opposed to watch it on Instagram. The only thing is you can't get involved in the comments, but it's HD quality and there's no interruptions. That you ain't got. There's no text on this coming up. There's no of these love hearts coming up the side. It doesn't cut out like, brother, it's proper. You know, like even if you get a text message, you can respond to the text message while still watching the concert because it does video in video.
Oh yeah.
Which you can't do on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no disrespect to Instagram, but yeah, that was my thing. It was all right though.
But don't you think these verses should now come to an end? It's not the same how when it first kicked off, and it's just like I don't know. They're
trying to think outside the box, but it's not quite working. Like, well, I think this D'Angelo one was the first one to figure outside the box, but yeah.
For me, I feel like they need to go back to what we said before when we go back to the producers, the songwriters.
Yeah.
For me, that was interesting. Like I said, I also think I've seen better single person concerts on YouTube and stuff during lockdown time than that Verzuz battle. Do you see what I mean? So like there was a concert I watched on Sunday night. So again, Sunday night, stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning. A reggae artist, Beres Hammond, he had the concert called Love from a Distance. And that was like a proper big thing on YouTube live. He brought out, what is my man's name? I get it again, you know. Who was the one that was locked up?
Locked up?
Yeah. We said this, but not Vibes Cartel, bro.
Oh, Buju Banton.
He brought out Buju Banton. He brought out different artists. Like it was a sick concert. Like it was a proper, like again, but because it was in Jamaica, proper things like live band, everything. You get me? Like he was going through the catalog. D'Angelo had himself 2 pianos and a DJ, bro. The DJ, don't get me wrong, it was Scratch. But I can't remember the first hour or 45 minutes that the DJ was playing, sick. He was better than D'Angelo. But again, it's all about the DJ. Do you get me? Like,
the thing is, I watched all the verses, but the way when I spoke to Nate the next day and he downplayed it, I still haven't watched it. I thought it's not like me.
Yeah, I don't think you've missed anything. I just think it could have been better, I think, for me.
Yeah, man.
But Rich, also, how was Silk Shutdown on Saturday?
Oh wow, that was massive. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard of Silk before. I've lost the whole touch and stay in touch with DJs, etc.
He used to do raves back in there. No?
Yeah, we probably did. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
All these DJs what are currently on Instagram smashing it down. They're all from the rave scene and stuff like that. And he was playing some bashment tunes I've never heard before, but I was live. I had my Jack Daniels and Coke. I was vibing.
Sorry, go on.
And you know what? The comments were busting up. I must have put something in the comment like, got my Jack Daniels and Coke, and someone tagged me. I got my Malibu and pineapple. I was busting up, but yeah, it was good vibes. You can see everyone was vibing. It's about 700 people on the Instagram. Yeah, it was good vibes. Because I remember when Nate said a couple of weeks ago that you're on a live, you see everyone from the borough where you're from. So it was like that. I didn't know anyone, but everyone was just in a vibing mood.
Like I was thinking to myself, like, is obviously lockdown potentially is soon done, yeah. But is this the way forward? Like, I don't know. Like, is this got to be the weekend motives? And I know the first lockdown we had it, so I know we had when Verzuz were first out, and we had we even sponsored some of the Verzuz that I was doing and stuff. But I haven't done any of them since. But I feel like people are starting to ask for them, and I feel like as it's starting to get warmer and stuff, maybe. Is that the way forward for like people to have these little kind of motives on the weekends?
Listen, we speak about it almost every week. There's a lot of stress and depression people are going through being locked down. These type of events helps people, man. Like it gives them some sense of normality. Like, damn, for that hour, they're zoning out of all their issues, all their problems, them being alone, them not talking to anyone, them, you know what I mean? So for that hour alone, they're zoning out and enjoying themselves. So of course, man, that's why you say about Verzuz. It's just another avenue for people to zone out and just enjoy music, and you know, yeah, bro, I think it should stay still whenever lockdown's over.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, you know, I think it's made me not fall back in love with music, but you know that kind of thing. Like I've got almost so distant from actually like music, like just listening to music to enjoy it. Like I would listen to a new man's album and that kind of stuff, but actually it's making me like want to go back to actually just like, I remember these tunes or I remember that, and just get back in that whole kind of vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
and I think obviously everyone's, as soon as this lockdown's over, I know you already mentioned a couple of events already. Everyone's got who's going. Listen, I think everyone's excited. I think, you know what's going to happen? Everyone's going to go and try and go to every single event possible. That's what's going to happen. Everyone's going to try to go to every single event possible. And I'm sure I'll see you guys there.
Thank you on the ones and twos.
Yeah, wait, I'm talking every motive, bruv. You get me? We'll be doing house parties at Mike's yards. We'll just be, bruv, any motive, bruv. Like, you know, like we're getting bar hopping, bruv. Mike's DJing, old school MCing, then we'll hit another bar, we'll hit a Shoreditch.
Yeah, I've got to hit Liverpool Street just to reminisce.
That's it. Have you not seen that the little meme video or whatever? I don't know if you call these memes, yeah. Where like it's got Friday night and then like you see the person taking money out of the pub, thing, and he goes to all the pubs. Then Saturday he does the same. Then Sunday it's got the picture of this guy, Ian Bill. Yeah. He's going, I've got nothing left. Because like money done, you get me? Money done because you just went and lived your best life, boy.
Trust me. Oh gosh.
Yeah, nah. So
it's been a while. You know, the next night you look at your bank account like, what the hell? Remember those days?
Yeah, I remember those days, bro. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna how are we gonna live them lives anymore?
And the thing is, with my bank account, it just alerts me straight away when I spent something in it. So it just be serious. Like 20, 30, 50. Like, oh god, no.
See, that's dangerous, boy.
Stop.
When we used to be going Liverpool Street and them kind of things, they're rounds.
The rounds kills, man. It murks, man.
And especially if you're either
Rich always disappears at that moment.
Bruv, always.
Always.
You've either got if you're hit with early rounds, you're pissed because everyone's there. You get me? Everyone wants a drink. If you're about the 8th round, you're all right because a couple of man have gone. Couple of man like, no, I'm good.
Do you know what? Listen, I'm the guy that it's happy hour, I'm buying jugs. If you're there, you're there. If you're not there, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, can't stand happy hour cocktails. I can't stand them.
That was our thing in there. What's that? Is it Abbey Bar?
Abbey Bar,
yeah.
That was our thing, boy. Jeez, the jugs.
Cocktails. Yeah,
don't get me wrong, I'll still drink in a minute. I'll still drink it. But...
yeah, it's just like, oh, sorry, man, move out of the way. Sorry, man, yeah, I've got
Throw them bowls.
Yeah, straight.
Brother, and then you put your 2 jugs down, you got to go back over, get 2 more jugs. You're like, yeah.
This is me for the night.
And the thing is, that was like, yeah, that's us. Like, well, we've got the jugs.
Trust me.
That was like our version of popping bottles, isn't it? Like, and having tables.
Oh man, good old. Should I say good old days? It shouldn't really be good old days, but it seems like it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely, boy. But I heard somewhere, Merv, I'm going to come to you because I know this is your superhero. They're looking to redo or relaunch Superman? What's going on with that?
That's correct. Yeah. So JJAbrams, the producer of Star Trek and the latest Star Wars film and director, is gonna his company Bad Robot is gonna reboot. Like, it's official now that he's gonna do Superman, but he's gonna do it with a black Superman, which is gonna be written by what's his name, Tanishi Coates. If I said his name wrong, forgive me. Yeah, so he's like done writing for Black Panther, Captain America, and he was also credited on Endgame, Infinity War, and the Black Panther film. So he's like, the person to write it. I don't know if they've found a director yet, but basically, it's going to be a black Superman.
So I saw something. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to ruin it. But I mean, they was talking about my man.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, is that? Oh, they're looking for Michael B. Jordan
See,
potentially.
He was rumored to be Superman like a couple of years back.
Okay.
I don't know if you all remember that. Yeah, he was going to be Superman, and everyone's like, but I don't know. I think at this moment, it's probably. I don't think it's confirmed whether he's going to do it or not. But yeah, I don't. Yeah,
So,
but that's go on.
So Merv, is this a? You know when they say reboot, like literally Clark Kent, not a double of a universe of a Superman or anything. This is Superman.
I think it's a multiverse thing.
Yeah, so it's a else. I think it's like an Elseworld story. So I can't remember his name. He's not Kal-El, but he's got a different sort of L name. But obviously, like he's a black Superman. But they're going to basically base. I don't know if they're going to base it just him being Clark Kent, but just being a black person, or they're going to do it as the Elseworld stories, like I said, or they might even just do a new spin on it. There might be a Clark Kent, but is he going to be raised somewhere else apart from Kansas, like Smallville? Like, would he be raised in New York or something? Do you know what I mean? So who knows? That actually doesn't make any sense. But
so, will this be like a standalone Superman though? So obviously, like I know we always talk about a disrespect Justice League, yeah. Is this like, okay, this is putting an end to the whole of Justice League? This is the new Superman, or you're still going to have my man being Superman, and you're still going to have this man being Superman?
See, that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be part of the main DCEU storyline as we know it. It's just going to be its own thing, and probably if it's successful, like all these films are, they might start to make sequels from it.
It's like the Batman, Nate. You know how what's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson's doing his version, but he's still gonna have a
Ben Affleck.
DC. Yeah. So like it's just basically like that. Kind of thing.
Okay. What's happening with Pattinson's Batman?
Yeah, it's still being made.
Works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it just got pushed back a little bit because of the COVID. COVID. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about this. I'm just honestly.
And they don't know whether Henry Cavill is going to be back for Superman either. Like, we're still waiting for Man of Steel 2. I am anyway. But I don't know what's happened with this guy, man. I know he's supposed to appear in Shazam 2, but again, I don't want him to be like a side character. I want his own.
Yeah, you want him back again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking of a black Superman. I'm not against black people and everything. So obviously I'm black and all. But if
yeah.
No, couldn't you tell? I'm thinking at the moment.
What I was about to say, bro. You're like my coat right now, bro.
At the moment, I haven't got light supporting my beautiful forehead. Yeah. So no, but I understand if it's a multiverse kind of concept. It's just like it's like saying, "Oh, you make James Bond black." I just don't get that. I don't like it.
Like Spider-Verse.
Yeah, like Mike Morales.
If it's like that, then I accept that. But if we're looking to replace it with a black person, I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
The uproar. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
The protests.
You know what? According to a lot of people, they're probably on it as well. That's the thing. Well, it's weird. Obviously, like I think a lot of black people more than likely be on it. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I don't mind it, but I don't think we're ready for it now. Do you know what I mean?
Just don't make it an agenda. Don't make it an agenda.
It's not even that we're ready. It's just that, look, when you think about the last successful Superman film, and I'd arguably say Man of Steel to an extent. I like that film. But like they just need to just get Superman right, innit, before they start making all these spin-off stories, innit? Like,
so how can you be happy with it then?
What Man of Steel?
I mean, in a general, like making Superman right when they haven't really made it right, if that makes sense.
Because you know what, it actually just might be a refreshing film, innit? It might just be a film like if they do it like Joker, for example. Like Joker was just like, we that was the one standalone film. We don't need any more of Joaquin Phoenix Joker. If they do it like that, then that's fine. But I think at this stage, I'm like, you know, because at first I thought, why are they doing this? Like, what for? But if they're not going to do Superman right, like Clark Kent Superman, then just do other things if it makes money. If it's good, it's good, isn't it? But
see, and that's where the Joker, right? I finally watched it, right, and like you said, it was sick, but I just don't understand. It's a great film, but I don't understand its purpose if you're not being linked or
It's
being a
standalone
part.
film. You had to
I understand what a fact. Hey, uncle, I understand what a standalone film is, you know, bro.
Then what do you have to understand? No, then what do you have to understand then?
No, I mean being part of. You at least have the same character.
Why?
But what do you mean why? Because you're playing Joker.
Yeah, but it's the backstory. It's a
standalone. It's not
standalone. That's what I'm saying.
Listen to me, Charlie. Look, I know it's a backstory, but I'm trying to say at least embed the character into the new Batman or into something else. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
No, but what I think
you don't understand.
No, we do understand.
I do understand.
I think what they're saying is that it's maybe they don't want to reboot all of it. So this is like a standalone of Superman. It's not going to be a standalone of a reboot of a new Justice League with the new characters of a new Superman, with a new Batman, new Flash, so like they're going to try and correct everything they've done wrong already. It's just a film. Like it's just a film about maybe an origin story of Superman or a Superman in the future or whatever, but the Superman is actually going to be a black character or portrayed by a black actor.
Yeah, and not only that, you've already got Jared Leto as Joker in the DCEU universe anyway. Don't forget the one that was in Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah.
It's fully racist as well.
And he's also going to be in Justice League, the Snyder Cut version as well.
But
it looks sick though. I can't lie. It looks better than what we saw in Suicide.
I have again the Justice League one. I haven't looked at it, but when I saw that it's going to be like 4 hours long, and apparently you can't watch it all at once. You have to watch it in 4 sections.
I don't know. I think they might change that. I heard, but I don't know.
So I don't know. Like you might be able to watch it, but they were saying it's best not to be watched all in one sitting.
I'll watch it in one sitting.
I'll watch it in one sitting, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they knew we were fully geeked. Yeah, I was like,
popcorn.
Straight.
I'll pause it, go toilet, come back.
No time for pausing. No time for pausing.
The toilet's in the sitting room, bro.
Isn't it potty everything?
Potty, nappy,
man said
whatever.
he's gonna bring the bucket.
Straight nappy.
No time to move,
Yeah, pause on the nappy talk though. If you're into them things, that's what I mean. But you know what I'm saying?
Your mind's going there, bro. So obviously, but anyway.
All right.
If it's a multi-universe, I go with Black Superman. If it's not, then it's void.
Multiverse.
If it's not a multiverse kind of concept, then it's void.
But I know you will still watch the film regardless.
Of course. I'll support no matter what.
But you're not here.
Yeah, it will be. I think it will be a multiverse. It's just going to be like a standalone. But yeah.
All right. Cool. This week, I know none of us got to watch it because I don't think these things come on TV anymore. But we had the 2021 Golden Globes. Okay. I'll quickly just go over a few people that won. Best Actress in a Motion Picture and Drama was Andra Day from The United States versus Billie Holiday, which I'll talk about a bit later. Sacha Baron Cohen, he won for his Borat film, Best Actor in a musical or comedy. I still haven't watched that, although that's been out for ages.
Well, the most recent one.
Yeah. Chadwick Boseman, he won Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Mm-hmm. Well deserved.
Best Limited Series, Queen's Gambit.
Yeah. Anya Taylor Johnson. Wasn't it Anya Taylor-Joy, is it?
Yeah. Hold on, let me. Yes, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
She was the best actress in a limited TV series or movie. The Crown won a couple things. I still haven't even watched The Crown, to be honest. To be fair, The Crown won a lot of awards. From one of the programs you was talking about, Merv, or you're going to talk about, Rosamund Pike, she won Best Actress in a Motion Picture Musical or Comedy for I Care a Lot. Hold on, let me just go back to the ones that actually we care about. And Mark Ruffalo, he also won for Best Actor in Limited TV Series or Movie for I Know This Much Is True. Best Motion Picture was won by Soul. Best Supporting Actor in a TV Role was won by our very own John Boyega for Small Axe.
Who's he playing, Nate?
Leroy Logan.
Because you know him, didn't you? And you totally forgot.
He done it again. I spoke to the other day. He forgot again.
The pressure. I was like, Nathan, say his name right. Say his name right. Say his name right. Yeah. So it was Libra 11. And Daniel Kaluuya won for Judas and the Black Messiah for best actor in a supporting role in any motion picture.
I still haven't seen that. Is it?
No, none of us have watched it.
Yeah, it's not out yet. Is it even out yet?
No, it's not.
Not for us. Not for us.
Not for us. It's been out in America. It was on HBO Max, which for me, HBO Max seems like one of the sickest TV channels.
I know. I probably want it, man. I want it, man.
Like,
I'll buy the app. No problem. Subscribe.
They need to cancel the SkyAtlantic deal and just put it there.
HBO Max seems like a sick thing.
Yeah.
But so that's coming out. To my knowledge, is coming out soon. I know they were saying that they were trying to get a cinema release over here, but obviously, I don't think when they had done the original date, Boris hadn't done his Road to Recovery or whatever. So I don't know when they're going to do it. But in that best actor in supporting role in any motion picture, which Daniel Kaluuya won, he was up against Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7, Jared Leto for The Little Things, Bill Murray for On the Rocks, and Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami. So it was a good little kind of selection there. But yeah, man, shout out to John Boyega and Daniel Kaluuya, and also RIP to Chadwick Boseman. But yeah, no, today we had some good winners there.
Yeah.
Big up.
I think I want to say the Oscars are coming up soon. I'm sure they are coming up soon. I'm sure usually they come up around the same time. Like we have the Golden Globes, the Oscars, and whatever. But I don't know.
I'm just lost at this rate, man. They were just merged into one for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But the Golden Globes was brought to by DisneyPlus. So like DisneyPlus are branching out now. We're sponsoring award shows and stuff.
Oh, well, did it stream on there then?
No, that's what I thought. I thought it was going to stream on there, but apparently it's brought to you by DisneyPlus.
Yeah. Nate, you know what's funny? You said we are branching out. Like you're part of DisneyPlus.
Exactly, like it's a board member, you know.
It's something you're not telling us, Nate. Come on.
You know, we must have some shares.
All right, okay. Well, I was gonna wait for the big reveal when the contract's been signed, but DisneyPlus might be bringing the Fully Geek pod soon. You know what I mean? Like,
you're just gonna see Mickey Mouse in the background of his screen. Don't tell them anything, mate. Don't tell them anything.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, next week there'll be no Marvel. It'll just be Mickey, Donald, and the gang.
Right.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. No, yeah. So yeah, I'm not with Disney Plus, but yeah, man can wish.
Soon come though. Soon come.
All right. Cool. Well, okay. We're going to very briefly. Yeah. Okay. Because I feel like every week we're talking about this program, but I've realized not even a program; it's a YouTube series. But it's because the levels on there, I think, are so high. Yeah. And we'll very briefly talk about this week's Truth Be Told. Yeah. I don't know if any of you got to watch it. It was Tricky was interviewing MegaMan. Yeah. MegaMan from SoSolidCrew, MegaMan. How did you guys, before I kind of give my opinion, how did you lot think the show was?
Yeah, I loved it.
I didn't even know it was on, man. So
that's cool. Did you watch it, Rich?
Yeah, it was actually good. And you know what? Some of the stuff they're talking about, I didn't even know.
That's what I'm saying. That's yeah.
It's like I didn't know any of it, really.
That's what I was saying, Nate. I was like, I didn't know none of that. I didn't know any of that, boy.
All right.
Yeah.
But I know Nate's knows.
Yeah.
He's in.
All right. From my point of view, the show was sick, yeah, because it was mad interesting because, again, like I said, I was there for a lot of those things. So the 2002 Iron Appa, I was there. Like, I was there, not with North Star or not with So Solid. I was there with my man them on holiday. Do you get me? But obviously, I saw the whole commotions. I was with them lot. We saw the whole thing with Dizzy, all of that kind of stuff. So it was interesting when he was talking about like certain kind of landmarks or things that were happening. I was like, rah, I remember that. Or I remember when they did this. I remember when they did that. So there was a lot of things. Obviously, when they start talking about stuff like South London and all that, but I don't know it. Like, I don't know. Like, even now, I don't even know where they're talking about. Like, they're talking about Junction. I know where Junction is. I'm telling shit, yeah. But I didn't know part of that when they talk about. But what I took from it is my experience of MegaMan, and that's being like around the scene or being in Napa and all that kind of. I never spoke to him, whatever. But like, what I saw, maybe even on the camera and all that kind of stuff, yeah, was this kind of braggadocious, like fun living, pop bottles, like top OG kind of thing, yeah. But when listening to him speak, like I heard a very, very intelligent man, like that he had his head screwed on and like he wanted to build, if that makes sense. He didn't want to just, it wasn't about So Solid being like number one. He was trying to bring everyone in. Like, and it sounded like he was trying to like, even I remember the story about the So Solid mansion from before, like when they wanted to buy the mansion and certain people took their money out and all the rest of it. And like, you think to yourself, you think like, rah, like you was trying to think big moves then.
Exactly, for the whole crew, for the whole team, you know what I mean?
And he was like, look, if we get So Solid mansion, we put a studio in there, we do this, we do that, we do this.
Cut costs, you know what I mean?
Get me? Like they're gone clear. Anyone that wants to release an album will release an album and you'll release it on a platinum thing. Yeah.
You mix it, master in our place.
Right. And then you get me, you've even got a couple artists, couple features. So it looks like you got another, it looks like it's a So Solid album almost. Do you get me? Throw in a Romeo, a Neutrino, all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like the vision was sick. And like even when he talks about, for me, when he was talking about stuff like it wasn't his grandparent, like it was his parents' generation that fucked up the thing. Like his grandparents all bought their houses.
They're all top business people, you know.
It was the parents, like our parents or that generation that wasn't necessarily on that vibe. You get me? And I was like, nah, it's so real, bruv. It was so real, and it kind of resonated with me, especially even hearing him how he kind of grew up, like stuff like 8-year-old having to go to the shop to go buy the milk.
Come on.
That's what
Come on.
Bruv, I look at my 9-year-old, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Bruv, I couldn't send him to the sweet shop on the corner.
It's not about that, but because of how his son's 25 and he's young.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's young, like, but mentally he's like, he can't do what, when MegaMan was 25, the moves that he was doing, his son can't do those moves. Like, that's something, this generation, they're young, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't.
100, bruv, 100.
But we don't think about this till when certain man's saying, like, wow, it's so true. Like you just said, Nate, like, you can't send your 9-year-old to shop, do this, do that.
Yeah. But look, okay, and obviously this is, I don't know what the statute of limitation is done here, but at 5 years old, no word of a lie, I used to take myself to school. Like, but
big time.
No, okay, right, go. I lived in Ferry Lane, yeah. My school was in Finsbury Park. I used to have to go to Tottenham Hill Station, get on the underground by myself, go 2 stops to Finsbury Park, and then walk to my school.
What, at 5 years old?
Bruv, you know what it is, yeah? Every time I say this, yeah, it was like they were chatting shit. And I go to my mum's house, and mum's like, yeah, all the time. I'm like, Mum, how the hell did you send me to school as a 5-year-old on the train by yourself?
0800.
Exactly.
Bro,
That's
I'm not gonna lie, boy.
Wow.
We need to speak after the pod, bro.
No, but you know what it is. But that's what I'm saying. It was a different time, though. Do you see what I'm saying? It was like a total different time. Like I probably questioned, like, Mum, you can't do that, because, like I said, I wouldn't send my child to the shop, bruv. Yeah, but my mum. That's what I'm saying. And we used to grow up like going out to going playing out, taking your little siblings, like your parents are going work or they're going shop or whatever, shopping on a Saturday. They're leaving you in the yards. Like we know that we're leaving you in your yard. You get me? Don't open the door. You get me? But them things that you wouldn't do that now. No.
Even my daughter going to school now, catching the bus, bro. I like, are you there yet? You know, we're just like,
hey,
are you
call
there?
me when you get there. Call me when you get there. Interchange.
You know, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's like they're built differently, aren't they? They're more involved in technology, but mindset around is not the same.
Soon they'll probably beam to school like Star Trek, bro. I mean, you might have to worry about it anymore. See you later.
See you later, Dad.
Bruv, don't worry, they'll still be doing homeschooling, bruv. They'll just be sitting there, just bare screens moving like this in front of them.
Probably true.
Yeah, but but like I said, for me, as a good interview, and I think it was important to see 2-man talk here that potentially you thought would have beef, or like how they both saw it was different. Like Tricky saw it one way because he was like, no, but you're partying with the ops, so that means you must have problems with us. where Mega's like, bruv, I'll be real with you.
I didn't even know who you are. I
didn't even know what was going on in it. Like, that's you lot's thing. That weren't my thing.
Yeah.
But like, it was even like the way Tricky was like, nah, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, you man are funding their videos, you man have gone clear. So, you know, like you just think from the outside, they must be doing something.
Oh, MegaMan's like, they had their own money. MegaMan's like, they had their own peas, bro.
Yeah, they got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was definitely, for me, I thought it was very insightful, man. I thought it was a very good interview.
But quick thing, so what's the age difference between Trix and MegaMan? Isn't there some, because I thought Trix is very young compared to...
Who, Tricky? No, Tricky's not young. They're all our age.
Oh, okay.
They're all our age.
No, because the Tricky just looks a bit younger. That's what it was, and I thought...
Well, Tricky was talking about 95, 96. So do you remember? Like, he was talking about, stuff was at 95, 96. So he's probably our age, around our age.
Yeah, they're our age. They're our age.
But don't you think MegaMan was kind of over speaking against the Tricky? Didn't you think that?
Yeah, because MegaMan's an older man and he's older in it, so
because it felt like the maturity he had to listen to what he had to say.
Yeah,
and I know Tricky was trying to end the interview. He could not end the interview because Mega was still flowing, still going on.
But he was dropping gems, bro. He was dropping gems.
Even when MegaMan was saying that how like he wanted the SoSolidCrew to work together, and everyone just parted, like Romeo went off that way, Neutrino went off that way, like Asher went that way, Swiss. You know what I mean? Like, because they didn't really like each other. He said that they didn't really like each other.
Yeah,
a lot of them didn't get along, so it's like it was just impossible to bring them.
Yeah, he
on
said
that same wavelength.
He said they had to save Lisa's. They had to just pull back Lisa's album, bro. And everyone had to they had to do what they had to do with it. Like literally.
He made me laugh when he goes at how he went to America so that the Neptunes can mix Lisa Murphy's tune. It was shit. He goes, it was so shit. He cussed the Neptunes, man.
And the thing is, do you know what? And the thing is, he probably paid big money for that as well.
Yeah, probably.
But you got to remember, not anyone can mix your tune. If the person doesn't do your industry type of music, for them to mix it, it makes no sense. But back then, you would say, "Oh my God, I'm going to go to Neptunes to mix my tune," but they don't understand our music the way our music sounds.
Yeah, but where is this? Yeah,
is that Neptune's like for Williams?
Williams,
but I think it's about. I think it's more about trying to get their sound because their sound will bring you like if you thought about it back in the day, like having a Neptune sound that could be an instant #1 kind of thing because everything they touched was gold. But obviously it didn't sound right or whatever you. And also I forget that SoSolid had JD the producer. He was a bad boy.
He was a bad man. He was a bad man.
He was a bad boy.
The guy with the dreads.
Yeah,
he was good. Yeah. I liked him.
And then even when they were talking about stuff like Dan the Man, I remember listening to them SoSolid so like on Delight FM.
Yeah.
So a couple of the youths from my school.
Wow, Delight.
They used to come back with like the little Delight tapes, and like obviously we didn't have Delight, so they'd give us the Delight tapes. We'd give them the Heartless tapes or the Pay As You Go tapes kind of thing, and that's how we was listening to that music. Yeah, no, they were sick. They were sick, bro.
But you gotta remember, like SoSolid, there was such a big crew. Like of course, a lot of them won't like each other.
Yeah, it's natural. Yeah.
And a lot of them will go in a silo. Like you have, okay, we're in a big crew, but I'm only friends with about 4 of them. So let's just do our thing at the same time. So it's bound to happen. And MegaMan, one person trying to control everyone, is pretty difficult. But it's a shame that they didn't get that whole mansion thing concept going. That would have been that for the future for those guys would have been absolutely massive. But one person pulled out and everyone's like, okay, he's gone. I'm going to jump out as well.
Yeah.
But the industry was, I remember the industry was messed up with SoSolid though, bro. They were locking off any rave or any event that had anything to do with SoSolidCrew. Like, do you remember there was that time, like maybe it was probably in our early 20s maybe or late teens where any kind of urban like event they were just locking off.
Lock off. Yeah.
Last minute lock off. Like I remember, even when gigs came out originally, I remember gigs. You weren't allowed to put gigs on the flyer. I remember gigs turned up to events and you'd have to use an alias as a name just so they could. Do you know what I mean? You could perform because otherwise, if they heard gigs was there, locking off the dance.
Yeah,
and that's how they were SoSolid. I think obviously when they speak about INAPA. Like INAPA, they had the island in that sense. You get me? Like SoSolid had the island for a little bit. Wiley had the island. Well, Wiley was still over there. Do you know what I mean? But it was Yeah, but it was big, man. It was big. I do miss those days, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Iron Upper, early 2000s. I think I went every year for about 5 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The thing is, I didn't know they had an Iron Apple. I know they had Iron Apple locked, but I didn't know the amount of money they were making from Iron Apple and stuff like that. Because the way he was talking is like they were eating a lot of money.
Yeah, them was eating over there, man. Like they had a couple of them Cypriot families and that. They was it was good times. It was good times. Obviously not for me. I was paying my little first sport money, £3.70 an hour to go over there. Do you know what I mean?
On your moped, let's go.
Ballin'.
Me.
50cc. Jeez.
Bruv, hey, them are the days, bro. Them are the days. Now you just look like an idiot if you're on a moped, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? I couldn't go to INAP and get a moped. I'd have to get a car.
Yeah.
Proper true.
Yeah. All right. On another one, on a sadder note, we had a couple RIPs this week. Johnny Briggs, who played Mike Baldwin in Corrie, passed away. GlenRoeder, who was the football manager, was it West Ham? He was a manager.
West Ham and Newcastle.
West Ham and Newcastle. He died this week. BehindHerEyes, the reggae legend, he died this week.
Bob Marley, innit?
He recorded Bob Marley and stuff. Yeah. And Ian St. John, who was a Liverpool striker or player, and he also did, was it Greaves and Jimmy or Jimmy and Greaves?
Yeah.
And that used to come on ITV back in the day. Like, again, obviously, we're talking about age now when there was only 4 channels. Shall we?
Channels.
That's how man used to get their football news. No Sky Sports and that. We used to get it on his little program. He used to come on ITV and that.
Don't forget Teletext, rude boy.
Oh, yeah, Teletext.
The football gossip 319. Jeez.
Bruv. Do you know my granddad still tries to look for Teletext?
Well, Teletext was the best. I got I was pretending to actually tell everyone Arsenal going to do this, Arsenal, but I was reading Teletext information. That was my social media.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember the gossip page on Teletext though. I remember the gossip.
That was the best.
Yeah.
There was the stuff about Del Piero coming to Arsenal. I used to get excited. I used to get so excited. that definitely was our social media. Just didn't realize it. You get cheap holidays on Teletext and play games.
Yeah, you get cheap holidays and play games. Yeah, all of that.
Let's not talk about Teletext holidays. They still owe me a couple of bags from my holiday last year that they haven't paid me back for yet.
Oh, is it?
Bro, you know, I still ain't got money back from Teletext holidays, bro. And the maddest thing is,
pissed.
When we paid, you know, like we paid the deposit only, originally, and then we was told, you know, like we went to lockdown. So I was like, okay, well, there's no point of us paying the holiday. We can't go nowhere. And they were like, oh no, you've entered a contract with us, so you need to pay us the rest of the money. Otherwise, you'll be in breach of contract, blah, 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 yeah? So, okay, we paid it. Now they don't want to pay us back. They want to talk about, oh, no, we'll give you a voucher to your holiday next time. I don't want a voucher, bro. I don't know when I can get on a plane again. You're talking about you want to give me a voucher. What, for 2025? Get out of here, bro. Give me our money.
Well, they are entitled to give back your money.
Bruv, they need to give out money.
Yeah.
Or Visa need to run. Bruv, you man are in banking. You need to tell me what I need to do because Visa need to run back my money.
Boy.
Nah.
The company would have to. The company would have to.
Visa's got nothing to do with it, man.
Yeah.
No, I did. I bought it. I paid with it via Visa.
I know, but Visa's just the engine. It's just the.
So what I'm saying is, because I paid on my credit card, yeah, I'm supposed to technically Visa are supposed to chase their money.
No.
They've given you your money in a voucher format, so that's still funding. So you still got money. That makes sense.
No, I don't even. To be honest, they ain't even giving me a voucher. I'll be real with you. I accepted no voucher.
Yeah, Visa's not a bank. It's not.
No, I know it's not a bank, but it's the credit. I don't know. Tell me how the credit thing works then.
It's another pod.
I was trying to ask for knowledge. You get me? You don't want to share.
But don't forget, you haven't lost physical money, so Visa don't really care for your life.
No, just go and speak to Martin Lewis, isn't it?
I will, but I haven't.
He'll give you the answers.
I have lost physical money, Rich, because I've given Visa back their money. Do you see what I'm saying? Visa gave. No. Okay, hold on. I used my Visa credit card, to pay for it,
Yeah.
Okay, so Visa gave me the credit for that. I've given back my money to Visa.
Bro. What's your card? It's not Visa. What's the bank?
okay, we're not going to go there because the bank tried to tell us,
Exactly.
the bank
It's the
tried
bank.
no, the bank tried to tell us it's Visa, not the bank.
This chat shit.
That's what the bank said, bro. That's what I'm saying. Call Martin Lewis because, bruv, I want my fucking money back, bruv. These are taking the piss out of my life.
Nah, bank's trying to scam me, bro. Trust me. So 419 uncles in the place.
Okay, cool. All right, just let me know what I need to do because, like, I want my $2,000 back, bruv. I want my money back. All right, okay, bruv. On that bombshell, that's the weekly roundup. Was there anything else? Sorry, before I just skedaddled.
Just quickly though, Prince Harry. I don't know if you watched the little clips of Prince Harry
Oprah
and
Winfrey.
Meghan.
Is there interview with Oprah in it?
Bro, man was just straight saying his mum was alone. There was no one to support her. Spare little side digs in the royal family, boy. But yeah, I don't know when it's coming out though.
I believe that.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah.
Do you know what? I just saw a clip on TV, not on TV, online.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's probably out next week or something.
Yeah, I don't know when it's out, but apparently it's full on, like no whole bar, basically.
It has to be because I think what I heard was him say that his mum was alone. The only difference is him and Meghan are together, so he feels a little bit better. Like he doesn't necessarily feel as bad as it was when his mum was there. Yeah. But they were out of order to him, and to be fair, this is where I kind of give a bit of a FU to people like Piers Morgan, bruv, because I don't know what his agenda is. Like he gets on his high horse and starts going, they said they don't want nobody involved in their lives and and then they go and do an interview with Oprah Winfrey. They need to come here and be royals and all this. I'm like, allow them, bruv. Yeah. Like Harry, when I think back here, and I remember when Diana died here, I remember like they made Harry and William walk behind the coffin and Diana's brother was there and that. And you can see Harry just from then. I saw Harry wasn't vibing with this. Do you get me? And he's done almost everything to get out of that royal family, bruv. He joined the army. Man did bare things. Man went to America, married an American thing. Like, he just not on it. You get me? Yeah. Like, let him live, bro.
Let me get a black girl and see what happens.
Yeah, like, for me, let him breathe, bruv. Let him breathe, man.
Well, it's probably for when it comes out, we can talk about it properly. But I just feel that it's on both. Okay, yeah, he's probably been mistreated in the past, his mum and etc. But I think the whole concept of him leaving the royal family, going to America, I think, listen, you can never repair that once you leave the royal family. That is,
but he doesn't want to be a part of the royal family. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's some old school 1918, whatever it is, kind of. Like there has to be a king and a queen or a ruler.
Monarchy, bro.
Let's save this.
We'll save it. We'll save it. To be fair, I blame you, Kel, because you mentioned it, bro.
I know. It was supposed to be a quick team. But you might go too deep.
Leave the monarchy alone.
Tourist trap. All right, cool. Well, that was weekly roundup. All right.
Get the last word in it. You have to get the last word in it. But yeah, go on.
Episode 8, Wandavision.
Come on.
Massive.
We got one more episode left. Although DisneyPlus did scare me because when they sent the tweet to me, because I subscribe, so they send me a tweet when the episode comes out, even though I don't watch it on the Friday, it said 2 more episodes to go. And I was thinking, no, bruv, you said there was 9 episodes. How have you now got 2 episodes to go? But it was 8 and 9. So how are you lot feeling about episode 8, man?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
Yeah, got some backstory in it to this whole Hex thing. Like, yeah, like just reliving the trauma from when, even when she was a little girl, man. Like, or her and what's his name, Pedro, were little. Just the whole bombing. What else happened there? Yeah. Go on.
So I just think it was. We understand the reason why she's going through these stages because of her father had cassette tapes where he tried to sell. I thought that is like hit a nail in the coffin. That's it. Hit a nail in the coffin. I just forgot.
Hit the nail in the head, please.
Head coffin, yeah. It just like made sense. But you know what? It's just Malcolm in the middle. I'm thinking, how old is she? Because on that cassette tapes, everything was old school. Then you had Malcolm in the middle.
Malcolm in the middle. She watched that at the
when she was in Scotland.
Oh,
no,
the
Avengers lair.
Yeah.
So okay, because I saw it in the dad's suitcase, and I thought, why? This is back in the day.
No, Mark Mini wasn't there. It was just the old school ones.
It was like I love Lucy and them kind of things.
Sure,
Yeah.
Mark in the Middle was there.
No, you listen to Emergency also.
Which explains why she's like the whole hex,
His face.
like, all the different like, because she clearly loves comedy, innit?
Yeah,
like, she loves those comedy shows, so that makes sense as well.
Well, I think you would like comedy, especially growing up in that era, from all those bombings and stuff like that. Would definitely kind of take your mind off something, without doubt.
and yeah, I think it was good. Like I like the fact that you saw the bomb and you saw like where it said start industry again, because that was again that was Captain America Civil War and that. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, okay, cool. I remember these things, and it showed the kind of the continuity and how it kind of merged within the Marvel world, the MCU universe. I thought it was quite good.
Don't forget Agnes as well. Agnes's backstory.
You know what? Let's pause on that because I swear her name's Agatha. We keep
Agatha.
Agnes.
She called herself Agnes in the.
As the normal.
That was her.
That's her name. That's her name.
Guy's name. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I've not heard Agnes anymore. Like, I just keep hearing Agnes.
Yeah, that was her name originally in the show.
Yeah.
And then,
When she came through as the next.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting confused there. Yeah. I had her backstory as well, and she just basically got shunned by all her fellow witches.
Yeah.
She was practicing the dark magic, wasn't she?
Just took them all out, including her moms, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think we've seen it a lot. You know, there's always a witch that always tries to practice the magic that you're not meant to, and obviously you become the number one enemy because you're going in the wrong direction.
As a mother, though, that's pretty deep that you want to burn your daughter at the stake, though.
Well, it's in them days, isn't it?
In them days, the rules are the rules, you know. Like,
no, I hear it.
Yeah.
Because when she was like, I want to do it again, Mom, or whatever that she said, and then she was just like, Bunner, and everyone just, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, she was playing them, innit? She knows she weren't dying.
Yeah, she's soaked up. She's like, okay, who's dying now? Who's dying now? I saw all of them just start getting old. I said, yeah. She's levels now.
Even watching this episode, it felt, even though last week's episode felt like a real Marvel film, this one felt even more like a proper Marvel film. It's just like there was action, there was good backstory. It was just going into it, and it revealed so much. Where I think we were just kind of anticipating and thinking, we're thinking, oh my god, there's one more episode. How is it gonna? Are they gonna reveal everything in the last episode? But they really brought a lot of information out, which kind of like, okay, where the whole the stories, I mean, the TV shows, etc., and how Vision was formed, and it just proves that she never took Vision in the first place.
Yeah, what's his name? Director, what's his name? Harwood was just. Hayward. He was just a liar, isn't it?
Yeah, and that for me was a big thing because like he proper doctored the video to look like she took him, and then when she didn't take him, I was like, she didn't take him. Like, you start shouting at your TV like it's just you in the room, but I was shouting, she didn't take him. It's not really Vision. Yeah,
because when she got to the parking lot, I'm thinking, all right, you're gonna now turn back because you're vexed now. You've seen him like this. You're gonna go back and take him.
Back, yeah.
And she just got back in the car. Which was so standard for an Avenger, you know. She's probably an Avenger, she's just driving a car like that. Like, it weren't rubbish, but I'm just like, no Porsche or nothing.
And I think she was wearing normal garments at one point.
At least a DM.
But I thought, she's going to go back. I thought, what's happening here? And then obviously she went to their lot in Westview.
Yeah, where the house was where they were going to build the house, they were going to run away together.
So they bought the house in the deeds, right?
No, Vision bought it. How it's supposed to be, Vision bought it for her because that was supposed to be the house. She's never been there before. That was going to be the house that Vision and her lived in together. So Vision, I think before Civil War, when they were in Scotland or whatever, must have sourced that lot, and that was what he was going to give her as a present. So remember on the car next to her was just a piece of paper in it with the details for the lot, and that's where she went. Then obviously when she got there, she's crying because obviously it wasn't there or whatever, and that's when the whole hex and everything then came.
And obviously she just manifested Vision out of her power.
Yeah,
it's powerful, man.
So it just seems like, because it was just a memory, wasn't it? And she manifested a memory into a real thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
but he didn't know what was. Yeah, so she probably manifested part of him because obviously he's up to now. He still doesn't know what was happening, isn't it? He didn't know he died, like or anything. So he's got. limited information.
And he's still got his powers though. That's so weird. He's got his powers as well, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
But this is the unanswered question still, because obviously it's like the people in the hex are obviously real people, just kind of brainwashed. But how is Vision actually getting these powers, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that's the thing.
Is it her that is it in her mind still? Was he actually? Yeah, is he just a physical?
Well, yeah, because you got to kind of think that's the only way she knows him as Vision with powers. So how else is she meant to kind of envision him and give him his ability? Because
no pun intended.
And also because they're both part of this the Mind Stone as well. Because I keep forgetting that, because like,
what do you mean they're both?
So Vision's made like all powered by the Mind Stone. And also Wanda. And actually this is interesting because obviously we just thought that they were manufactured in what's that, when they was in Sokovia in I can't remember the doctor's name, but she was born with this. Yeah, she was born with power, and then the Mind Stone obviously amplified what was there already.
So she is a mutant.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Because all the other Avengers, well, I don't think any of the other Avengers are actual mutants.
Everyone just adopted their powers, isn't it?
Yeah, apart from Thor, because they're demigods. Almost,
demigod. Yeah.
But all the others are they've taken their powers from somewhere.
But you know what's interesting as well? Like, I wonder where Magneto comes into this, or is he just going to be their parent in the multiverse? Because because her dad wasn't Magneto, obviously, in the flashback.
No. But this is it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, because we've always known that Magneto was the father, innit? But in this storyline, he's clearly not.
Well, they could have adopted. She would be adopted, but she didn't know.
That's the only way I could have think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless, are they even following that storyline in general? Anyway, that's the question.
Because what's his name? Pedro. He's not even like. Was he actually bought from the multiverse, or is it just Agatha's? Like, she just basically made him up as well.
Yeah. You know I think maybe the way they've dropped it is like Agatha just made him up, but coincidentally he was also playing My Man in another thing. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that was for us, as in
maybe that's an audience thing. But because if they do, I hope that she did pull him out of the multiverse, because that obviously opens up. I mean, they're probably going to get there anyway because Doctor Strange. But I would like to think that this is the show where they give us a hint of this is the multiverse in the MCU, because I think that's a good idea.
Well, she's an all-powerful witch, so I guess she could do that, isn't it?
But listen, there's only one more episode left, bro. So there's a lot to come out.
I hope it's long, man. I hope it's a long.
But we forgot the most important bars of the whole episode, bro. When the name drop of the Scarlet Witch, bro, finally.
Because we've always called her Scarlet Witch, but she's never been called Scarlet Witch before.
First time she was called, you are the Scarlet Witch. I was like, big.
Was it chaotic? Is it chaos magic?
Yeah, she's a master in chaos magic.
Yeah, not master. This is what annoys me. She hasn't mastered it yet, but it's like, I'm like, come on, you know your power now. You must know your power now. Look what you've done. But you fought four, and you almost defeated four by yourself.
But you remember, one doesn't understand. She doesn't understand her power until now.
Yeah, she don't understand. And every time she's done something, she's been angry. So she's not. It's not to say like she created a hex out of some. Well, not angry, but there's been an emotional element around her powers, isn't it? She created a hex out of emotions. When she was fighting like Thanos, she was angry. Ultron, when Pedro died, she was angry. So that blast of energy come out. So she's not. She obviously she knows she can use her powers, but she just this is a reveal to her that she's a Scarlet Witch, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. No, go ahead.
No, finish. Go ahead.
And also, Agatha was like, "How the heck? Go on! I want to know how you did your powers. Like, what are you reading? Are you, is that literally what are you doing?" And that's the reason why we went through back in time to kind of understand. Well, Agatha tried to understand like how you manifested these powers, and obviously, and that's where it comes to the conclusion: you're fucking a Scarlet. Do you know what I mean? That's what you are. Someone doesn't even know what they're doing, but this has all this ability.
Oh, well, there was two reveals, to be fair.
Oh yeah. Go on.
Because the other reveal was actually that they've now somehow put together Vision, and he's now become White Vision.
And you know, it's funny you say that. That's the Vision I've always known. Because when I first saw
Really?
this Vision, when I first saw this Vision in the MCU, I was like, why is he this colourful? Because the first time I ever saw Vision was a Avengers game on a Mega Drive, innit? Sega Mega Drive. Like, and it had Vision, Iron Man, Captain America, and Hawkeye, but Vision was the White Vision, innit? So I thought, oh, this is all coming, like, because he's just supposed to be kind of more or less quite mindless and emotionless as
like
White Vision.
Silver Surfer, basically.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, it's like, okay, well, are they gonna do like a what's it, Gandalf the White on him now? Like, it's just like, he's probably gonna be a bit like evil first, not evil, but just controlled by the government or shield sword. And then when he starts getting his mind back again, he's just gonna remain as White Vision. So,
or unless they're going to merge the visions in order for him to survive our vision that we know of into this White Vision, and it becomes that, but just white.
That would actually be the only. I don't know if they will do that, but that would be the only way that you can actually get Vision properly back in the MCU, I guess, for the Vision that we know.
That will happen. Watch.
See, that's the thing.
I didn't know if they were ever going to bring Vision back properly.
Yeah, I was kind of happy with him dying. Like, not happy that I'm glad you're
thanks,
dead.
Mate.
No, not that I'm glad you're dead, sort of thing. But if he comes back now, I'm happy with the result of it, because it's all making sense. Obviously, it's an android, so technically, it could really be rebuilt. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I just don't want to bring back Tony Stark or the others, man. Just none of this Vampire Diaries crap. No one dies.
No, Vampire Supernatural, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's even worse, bro.
The thing is, I don't mind Tony Stark coming back as Iron Man in flashes, as in, you know, a flashback. Yeah, it's just like, you know, just there for like 10 minutes and it's sufficient.
No, I don't want it.
Hey,
look,
what happened?
I love you 3000. That's it. It's done. I don't want to see any more Robert Downey Jr.
I think the only Robert Downey Jr. would have to be a flashback. It would have to be a flashback of an Avenger film or an Iron Man film, like an actual flashback, not even like like a flashback that's been remastered, not him coming back to be Iron Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, something that he was working on that we didn't realize, which is something else that also affected the future. I don't know, but you know. Like, just like he had all those visions from the beginning of Thanos.
Hey, look, call Kevin Feige up, innit? I know you want a job, man. You want to co-write, innit? That's always got his like little 2 pences in there.
Wait, but do you know how deep it was? That the fact that Tony Stark had little visions and all sorts, and the way they built up Thanos. Don't you think Thanos is an absolutely wonderful character?
Of course.
The way they built it up was beautiful.
The way you love Thanos, bro.
Bro, the thing is, I haven't heard Richard creams Thanos. Like, do you remember how when Richard used to cream Bane?
Yeah,
I think he likes the big superheroes, bro. That's his thing, innit? That's his thing.
He loves that
Listen,
that villain, that
bald head,
villain.
Bald head,
bald head, and the bars that they listen. It's not me who's listen. I didn't really care about bars too much until I met Merv, innit?
You know, that sounds like a podcast on its own. Bald head and bars, bro. Standard.
I won't be allowed to be on it.
Neither would I.
We can see hairline receding.
I'll get my clippers away.
But WandaVision, it's massive, and I'm thinking it's gonna end. It's just like, I don't want it to end. I'm quite.
No, I think I want it to end. I want it to end because I think it's come to its natural kind of close. I think this week's episode was 45 minutes. If we can get a solid hour out of next week's episode, I'd be happy.
Some people go, no, I want 2 hours, man. Just calm down.
No, calm
down.
I don't want to film.
Madness.
And I think it's been good that they've shown us a kind of not even an origin story, but they've shown us that the whole concept of having some of these film stars in a TV series can actually work. Because I know when they did that, if we go back to when they revealed what do they call this? Not stage 4. What have they called this?
Phase
Phase 4.
Yeah.
I remember when we go back to phase 4 and they were talking about it, we was like, nah, bro, this ain't ever gonna work. You know, like we were so against it. Like, why are they doing
how
TV?
dare you serialize them?
How dare you put them in TV shows? What are you talking about? What,
the
just
big
because
leagues, man.
because you got DisneyPlus? Like that's the attitude we have. But it's so far it's worked.
No, but
it's fantastic. It's like it's almost like this is one film just stretched out and just keeping people on their toes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you've always got an interest. And because there's so much of them as well, it's like, yeah, we're just running straight into Falcon and Winter Soldier. So hopefully that's got the same gravitas as well. Do you know what I mean?
It won't.
And then they got Loki coming out. Sorry, just on a side note on that, you know Samuel L. Jackson, yeah, he's went to space with them man. When was Sword, was it?
The green faces.
Yeah, them ones there.
The
yeah?
green faces, you know. Anyway,
Scrolls.
Yeah,
Scrolls. When is that one coming out? Or did they?
I don't think they've said anything about that yet. We just know he's gone to space with them, but he might just appear in every film. Do you know what I mean? Like he's done in Avengers and all that stuff.
Yeah, I guess maybe the new Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Captain Marvel. But also, I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't see Monica this episode.
Why?
Because you remember at the end of the episode 7 was the one where fake Pieter saw her going into the thing.
Oh yeah.
So I thought like, okay, that was going to be the beginning of her going down into the basement or him catching her. And I thought that was going to be something, but obviously they just didn't even talk about it for the whole episode.
I think don't forget, look what they exposed in this episode.
No. So, I mean, it was, but I just thought there was going to be a little bit where they went to her, but they didn't.
I think,
and I think next week we're going to find out how powerful my girl is.
Yeah, if they make it an hour, it will kind of she'll be in it without a doubt. But don't forget, there's a White Vision. I don't know how they're going to end it, but good luck to them, mate.
Obviously, there's going to be some beef with the real. Well, there's not even a real Vision no more. But there's going to be beef with the two Visions, I think.
Yeah, because I'm sure we saw that in a trailer where Vision flies. And
no, you saw that. Anything?
No. I'm no. Okay, when I say trailer, I don't mean like a trailer for this episode. I mean a trailer as in like a trailer for the series where it looked like Vision was flying.
I didn't see that. He did, but he's flown already in the series.
No, but it was he. Like it looked like he was on beef when he was flying, as opposed to him just flying. If that makes sense.
Attack mode, yeah.
Yeah, like on attack mode. Like we got to do this together. Him and Scarlet, like kind of fly. Never mind, I don't know. Maybe it was in my head, but I'm sure I saw it. All right. Well, that was Wandavision episode 8. Next week got episode 9.
Yeah, the finale.
Big up season finale. I don't know, Kel. Did you watch Snowfall?
I did watch it. Yeah, it was good, man. I hope enjoyed it.
Shoot.
I'm gonna wait. We'll wait for maybe next week because Rich hasn't seen it yet.
Neither have I. Have you seen it? You've not seen it at all, Rich?
No, I've seen it before. But someone mentioned. I know you guys mentioned it, but I didn't think it's out. As in a sense, I thought it's coming up. Like,
are you up to date though, Rich, with the season?
No, not season 3.
We're on season 4.
Oh, it's season 4 now.
No, I can catch up, guys.
All right, cool. Do you watch Snowfall, Merv?
I haven't seen one.
Okay. All right. No, well, season 4 has started. They've done 2 episodes. I guess the 3rd episode of this one is coming out. I guess, but obviously it's not out on. Well, I don't know what platform it's going to be on now, Kel, because it was on BBC originally.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, on Star. Is it Star? No, it's on another platform now.
Is it on Netflix? No,
I can't remember what platform it was on, but I'm sure.
I remember it was BBC from before.
It was BBC, yeah. I think it's still be on BBC, but they're late. BBC a bit late. That's the thing.
So yeah, obviously it's America, and I don't think it will come over here in a little while.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not on Netflix now.
Yeah, no. But okay, well, Snowfall season 4 has come out. We'll talk about it next week. All right. Last week, Rich, you spoke about Behind the Eyes as your Rich does up.
Behind the Eyes. What's that again?
Oh
yeah. Me, Merv. Yeah. Me, Merv. Sorry, that was another show. I thought, hey, what's that one?
But I know some of you have now finished watching Behind the Eyes as a series. Because I think at the time you'd only watched, was it 1 or 2 episodes, Rich?
Yeah, 1 or 2 episodes, yeah.
Okay, and I know Merv, you went away and you watched it as well. So what are your thoughts on Behind the Eyes?
Merv, you go for it.
Yeah. So obviously, like, I already watched the first episode when you was talking about it last week. I thought, oh, this is quite good. Like, it's gonna be one of these dramas like that just wind you up. Like, but you still want to watch it because you just want to know what happens in it. But when I was watching, I thought, this woman, what was her name, Rich?
Louise.
Yeah, Louise. I thought, you were just really stupid. Like, you make stupid decisions. Like, why? Everything she done was like, why? Like, you don't need to be doing this, innit? But obviously, you want to just know what happens, innit? Like, but then the series just took a complete left turn, and it winds me up because it's like all the signs were there in front of you, but I just thought, nah, because it ain't this type of program, innit? Like,
yeah. But Merv, just on a side note, so you know the situation that she was in, she went on a date and she met someone else. She went to go and kiss the person, and she found out that was her manager.
Yeah.
And then she bumped into her manager's wife on the street.
Yeah.
Why would you continue a relationship with that?
See, all of that up until she bumped into the her manager's wife, and the wife started being like, yeah, let's be friends, like take your number. That's when I'd be like, you know, it's a bit unethical, isn't it? It's a bit unethical. Yeah. And if anything, just tell the guy straight away. It's like, you know what, I bumped into your wife, you know, and she's like wanting to be friends, innit? What do I do? At least like let him know, innit, or something. But it's like she almost think, oh, I'm playing both of them. Like, why? What was her motivation for doing that in the first place?
It made no sense. And
she goes, oh, she felt sorry for her, but you don't even know her. Like, you met her for 2 seconds, lips up her husband, and you feel sorry for her. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It makes no. And the thing is, throughout the whole episode, it's like until I think episode 5. Yeah, that's when he found out, and he was like, "You're sacked, bruv. Get out of my office. You're sacked with it instant."
You're gonna tell them that you're going to quit. Like, no, it was silly. Like, yeah, she just. That's the thing. You know what? The twist saved the whole series. You know, it saved it, like clean saver, because her decision making was just like, why again? Why? But I did like where it went to. I did not expect that at all.
Now, listen, not just you, mate. I didn't expect it at all. So you guys obviously you didn't watch it, but what
I know the plot. I know the plot though. I know the plot.
Oh yeah, Kel jumped off it, didn't it?
Yeah, I jumped off. but the missus kept on watching it, so she told me the whole plot basically.
So some obviously the people didn't watch it. No, you didn't watch it, but what we found out on some flashbacks that they were able to transport their spirit, some woman's spirit.
But they're basically body swapping, isn't it?
Yeah, body swapping and look, they can see what everyone's doing, then fly back to the body. So the body looks like they're sleeping, but they're actually just roaming the world or roaming parts of the house and just viewing what people are doing. So she met a friend while she was in a
wife there, isn't it?
The wife. She met a friend when she was at the clinic.
Rehab clinic.
And she met a guy. He seemed a pretty good guy. He seemed all right to me. They had a good relationship. And obviously she left and he left and they planned to meet up again. So he traveled up to meet her. And he met her husband, her current husband, who's in the show, and everyone became good friends. But I didn't know at the time that he was gay, but there was a one point when they gave each other that look, and it was just like, and the husband was. I thought, oh, the husband's gay. I thought, what's going on? Like, I thought he was madly in love with her, but that was it. That's all you saw of it. But then you could tell her friend, I can't remember her friend's name, but he was like, you can tell that he liked her a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, can we find out what's funny, please?
Nothing.
Continue, man.
Just carry on. Nothing's funny.
Sorry, I'm looking at my phone like, what has Richard said now?
No, it's not you.
Can you continue, please?
Please, carry on.
Let's get back on track.
Okay, right. So anyway, what it came down to, Louise was able. She learned. What's his wife's name? Sorry, I can't remember the wife's name.
Oh, not Alice. Wow, what's the name, man?
I can't remember that.
You continue, I'll find it.
Yeah, she taught Louise how to do the whole mind kind of just take a spirit out of your body.
Yeah.
So she was learning how to do that. Then she was seeing things and able to do whatever, flying around. So when on one of the flashbacks, what happened was her best friend
Adele.
Yeah. Adele's best friend, who she met in a mental clinic. Rob said to her, "Okay, let's just try and do a body swap, and let's see how it goes." So what happened is, Rob and Adele made a body swap, right? Rob is now Adele, killed
Adele in Rob's body. Yeah.
So
basically, Adele was never Adele.
It's always been her, it's always been that guy in her body.
Yeah.
Because
where was her spirit?
She killed him. Yeah. So when she got into Rob's body, just like what did she do? She injected him. He injected her heroin, and just threw her down the well.
Oh, okay. So she killed the man, but the man was in her body.
Yeah.
So he killed himself in his body.
So he killed he killed his body basically, but her spirit in his body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the reason why she couldn't get out of it, because she was never used to heroin.
Yeah.
Right. Because he injects heroin in a normal basis, right? And when they swapped bodies, because she's never experienced that in her body before, and he was saying to her when he got up in her body, he's like, "You can't move, can you? Because you've never felt the experience before of heroin, etc." But he said, "I'm sorry, but basically, I love your husband, innit? I'm always gonna be with him." And they said, "R.I.P." He just fully
It's deep, man.
So the husband's gay. Or
Rob Rob's gay.
Rob was her best friend.
Yeah. So Rob's the guy that basically swapped the bodies and killed her.
So Rob was her best friend, and now he's sleeping with her man.
Yeah, in her body. So he doesn't know nothing. So
but the husband always suspected that. No, like you've changed. You're not the same girl. You're not the same woman that I fell in love with. You've changed. You know what I mean? Obviously, he doesn't.
But it makes sense because obviously she was a drug addict in it. So it's like, you're missing out a good important thing. So he told her, So Rob as Adele, let's just call her Adele. Adele, like basically, so she said a story that Rob overdosed, like, and he died, didn't it? And he died basically. So she went to her husband David and said, "Look, I've killed him. Like, it's an accident. He overdosed and stuff." And husband was going to go and tell the police about it. Like, no, we have to report this to the police. So she goes, "No, don't say anything because what did she? I think she blackmailed him to like basically marry him, innit? As well. So they got married. So that's when the husband just became resentful to her. So all the time she's like, "I love you," and he didn't want to say it back to her. Like he was with her, but he didn't love her basically because of just the person that she become. Like, got person killed and just didn't say anything about it.
And plus, obviously, she became she can be overprotective, and kind of knew everything he was doing because she kept on coming out of her body and more or less following him. Everything.
So that's how she found out about Louise and the husband, innit? Like, just having an affair, basically, as well. Like, because I thought, how would she know that? So it's all planned from the beginning. She just saw everything that he was doing. Like, but obviously, get into the juicy part, where she finally, like, I think, things came to a head, and then I think Adele was going to try and kill herself in a home with a fire and stuff, and Adele, like, I think at this point, David, the husband, went to go and report. Because like, that's it. I love you. I want to be with you to Louise, and he's got like, I want to just turn myself in and explain everything. And then Louise stupidly goes and tells Adele, like, David's gone to the police. Like, why would you do that? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then when she goes to the house to try and save her, no, she don't call no ambulance, no police. Like, and then they do that body swap again, and Rob now goes into Louise's body, and Louise dies in Adele's body in the
But
fight.
Louise is an idiot. What's she gonna do? Why is she covering up her body? What's she gonna do with her spirit? What's it? What can the
There's
spirit stop the fire? She's an idiot. That's why I gave up after the first episode, bro.
Bruv,
She's a fucking prick, bro.
bruv, you didn't even see them
No,
change
but
bodies or anything, or
Yeah, but I know I can see it all. I can see it, bro. They're all waste, bro.
That was a death she was welcoming.
Thank you. What are you gonna do? Your spirit, though, Rich? What are you gonna do? At the fire? How?
She didn't call the nothing. Like she's like, I'm just gonna save her. I'm gonna save her.
You're gonna save it in your outer being spirit. How? Idiot, bro. She deserves everything. She deserves it, man.
And obviously Louise had a son, and like he just suspects that my mom's just turned different because she's like, yeah, I can't wait to go on a boat. And he's like, but you don't like boats, mum. And it just ended in it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they got married.
She got to kill him straight.
yeah. So Nate, have you seen Thriller?
Nate was so confused. Nate was so confused, bro.
I'm gonna lie. You know what it is that? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm trying to maintain the interest in what you're saying. Face like, okay, yeah. Bruv, this is above my station, bruv. I don't know what you're talking about.
Proper ended like the Thriller video.
That's it. Basically, proper ended like Thriller. Right, no, honestly, it was a messed up twist to it, and I don't think everyone I spoke to about it did not expect it. It was just
that I didn't see that coming at all.
So how many episodes is this?
6
6-hour-long episodes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Would you recommend it?
No, I would. Yeah.
It's probably avoid watching it. No, that's the thing. You like that.
No, there's no point in you watching it. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah,
we gave the most juiciest spoilers where.
Bruv, from the time that you're talking about out of body feelings and all them things there, bruv. That's slightly obvious. It's not me anyway, bruv. You know me, I can't watch these things.
No, but someone hasn't seen it before. The thing is, you haven't heard about it before, and you watch it randomly. You think, "Oh my god, this is crazy!"
And I was expecting a nice little. It seemed like an ITV drama, innit? Like, and I thought, wow, this is. I like the twist to it, man. But Louise is still stupid, isn't it? Sorry.
Apparently, they're thinking about a season 2.
No, don't do it. Leave it alone. It was good. Just leave it alone.
If they do it, if they do it, they've got to do it for a different family. They've got to do it for different settings. They can do it, but it's got to do a different story altogether.
Yeah, none of the original cast.
Yeah, not the original cast. Yeah, they can do that.
Like they've done with the Horton on Blind Manor, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, well, it's the same cast but different. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, they can do something like that. Yeah.
I think some of these shows should just be left alone.
Yeah,
just
leave
one
it.
6 was sufficient. Well done. Progress your career. But Louise, she ain't getting diddly squat.
Do you know that the woman, Adele, what's her name's daughter? Is it Sting? Not Sting. No,
Bono. Yeah,
you too.
That's her dad. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was like, oh, bro.
Yeah, big up.
All these stars having kids and all these big time actors doing, not big time actors, but everyone's getting involved in the entertainment industry.
Connections, man. I'm Bono's daughter. Oh, okay, here you go.
You got the job.
Own series on Netflix. Go ahead. All right, cool. So yeah, if you have watched it Behind the Eyes, then you'd understand what they're talking about. If you haven't watched Behind the Eyes, you may not want to watch it because you've already heard all the spoilers. And if you're like me, yeah, just give it a skip. Or read it on Wikipedia. I don't know, man. All right, cool. All right. Kel does up. What are you doing up this week?
Oh, is it what? Is it that time already?
It's that time, bro.
Bigger baby. Bigger baby. Come on. Like those that know Biggie.
Uptown baby. So.
Uptown baby, that's not Biggie, but yeah.
That's Lord Tyreek and
that's Lord
Peter
Tyreek.
Guns.
Come on, Merv. Come on, Merv.
Look at Merv.
Yeah, man.
Okay, Merv. He told me to say it.
Yeah, man. The notorious. You can't call it Biggie Smalls.
Oh yeah, probably a revelation to me, man.
Yeah, you can't call him notorious. I mean, Biggie Smalls, because you get straight fine. But yeah, man, documentary. Obviously, Like, I'm a massive fan of Biggie. To me, he is me personally, my favorite rapper of all time. Just for his wordplay, his delivery.
Okay, calm down.
No, for me, he's no. I said
to be fair, it's ever since I've known Kel's always put Biggie up there.
Yeah, always.
I calm down in his speech, you know.
Exactly. Calm yourself, bro. K Cole. Because I got K Cole in my top 5 here. That was. Yeah, I'm coming for you, man. Don't ever diss Biggie. Don't ever diss Biggie.
Calm down, you know.
Man will never diss Biggie. But when you said he's all time and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No. He's up there, man.
Biggie's my all-time favorite. And so I know everything about Biggie, but I thought I did. I thought I knew everything. Do you know what I mean? And this documentary was so deep, where like they went a level deeper. Do you know what I mean? Into like his backstory. You know what I mean? Him going to Jamaica every summer. Do you know what I mean? Him learning from his uncle in Jamaica about the sounds, and do you know what I mean? That's where he picked up the love for music. And then obviously like certain stories about the mum. The mum throwing away his drugs, thinking that it's mashed potatoes.
Yeah, but have you never seen a documentary or anything where they say that story?
Yeah, I have heard that story before. That's what I've heard before.
Wait, she thought mashed potatoes. What's he doing?
I think it's the film. It's actual film.
No, she threw it away because she was like, "Why is there just random dried up mashed potato by the window? Like, what are you doing? Scrape out your plate. Like, why is your room nasty? Innit? You can imagine your mum just going to your bedroom. Like, why is there plates underneath the bed? Like,
but like they're playing like his rap lyrics from when he was like young, like and like he had that vision of rapping over these like songs, great hits when he was young, like 13, 14, and man was spitting some bars. I'm like, rah, at that age, man was spitting some bars, and like Mr. C said, he's like, it doesn't sound like anyone else before him. Like he created a whole new lane when it comes to rapping, and
even when they said that he wrote like an R&B, like a singer. He's like, and that he sung. You could hear him like the way his cadence is, that he sings. He's almost singing. It's not like rapping. Almost like, you know, like how we spoke about Angel before, whatever. Like, you know, or not even Angel, but you know, that sometimes them lot they're rappers, but they're still like almost singer rappers kind of thing. Yeah. And Biggie's got that flow.
Biggie was the opposite.
Yeah.
So, like Angel said, he raps his rhymes, he sings it, but Biggie's a singer, and he spits it, the bars.
You know, I love the way he just named Junior Mafia. You know, and it's like it's like who's Junior Mafia? You lot are, isn't it? And just naming everyone, like that's probably heavy, man. Yeah. And he looked up. Had a big heart, man. Looked up for the whole team. Put the whole team on. Do you know what I mean? And like, bro. Like, obviously, like just hearing it. Whenever I hear about the death, or I see the close ones talk about his death, like always touches me, always, man. Because he was 24. Yeah, I can't.
So young.
Do you know, it's so mad. Obviously, at the time we were what, like mid-teens, maybe. Yeah, probably mid. Yeah. And it's just like,
I'll go with that one.
Even then,
even
then, like when you're listening to these like artists when you're that age, you just think they're like 20 years older than you, and they're just like so mature, and it's like, and you think to yourself, 24, you know, that's proper young, you know. And he's achieved so much in that short space of time.
Trust me,
like
man.
Proper, like just not even just like, okay, like he's proper changed the way hip hop has been as well, innit? So it's mad.
Yeah, man.
And sometimes I think it's a case of, you know, sometimes that was his place in the scene. Going at 24, we say so young, but he's left a legacy.
Yeah, big time. Like you said, like it's his time, innit? He done what he had to do, and that. But obviously to us, it's mad short. But the impact alone, and look how long it's long. I can play Biggie now, and there's so many rappers that can't even touch him. They can't touch him.
Exactly.
But it was just saying, a lot of that. But that was, I think, also because that music was our music of our generation growing up. It will always hold a special place in our hearts. The Biggies, the Packs, the LLs, like. All of that kind of, do you know what I mean? That was our music, innit? The same way we go back to like R&B music of the 90s and that. It's always going to be our thing, innit? But Biggie was levels, though. I mean, he was levels.
Do you know
Yeah,
what? I try to be objective though, because you're right, Nate. It's like that was our time. That was the sounds that we heard. But it's like when I try and hear something new, sometimes I'm just like, the hell is this, man? You know what I mean? Like
it's nothing compared to. That's what I'm saying. Our heart is always there, so it's like anything that we hear now, even good stuff, is not it's not comparable to our stuff. Do you know what I mean?
What? And I was thinking about lyrics lately, innit, in music. Like a lot of lyrics you hear sometimes in music, you're like, what on earth are these people talking about? Like when you actually think about what you're promoting or the things you're talking about. But I suppose obviously music's sometimes it might be based on real life, sometimes it might just be made up. Like, but it's compelling as well. Do you know what I mean? Like with Biggie and that, like they were just compelling artists. Whereas like now people just might talk and just like what are you actually talking about?
Oh, come on, these ones now.
It's just sounds. It just sounds and
it's in the no disrespect to them, man. There, do you know what I mean? Like I know we spoke about him last year, Kel.
All the Lils, all the Lils.
And I didn't know who he was at the time. Like I've since he's died, and I listened to him a year later. Like he's got a few tracks and that. Do you know what I mean?
You talk about Pop Smoke.
Yeah, but just, at that time, come on, that for me, it's like bubblegum. For me, it's bubblegum rap. Do you get me? You know, like when you put Hubba Bubba in your mouth, yeah? It tastes good for like 30 seconds.
Well,
yeah?
30 seconds tops.
And then you got to spit out, or you got to add another Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba, 5 pieces, all in your mouth at one time.
Trust me.
There's no time for the teas, bro.
Yeah, straight. You know, I think my mouth is watering just thinking about that, you know.
You try and blow one bubble and you got to spit it out. You got to spit out because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This kind of rap has no substance. But like I said, the Notorious one, I've got a story to tell. I thought it was really good. And it had my girl Faith in there. And I was like, when I went to Faith Evans' concert, I was major crushing, bro. Like, and then like she was on there, even though she wasn't necessarily a big part of the story, like just seeing her kind of talk about the fact that the mum always called him Christopher and the mum never called him Chris or Biggie or nothing. Do you get me? It was Christopher. Yeah, like that's his name, innit?
Mum, like it's so funny how, see what I mean? You could be so, but it's difficult for single mums, man. But you could be so strict with your child, but there's certain times there's nothing you can do, especially when you're a single mum. Like, there's only so much you could do, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to work. Like he said, he's hustled in time as he's at work.
9 to 5.
When the clock strikes, he knows the mom's coming, boy. So you get me.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, bro.
Where was this? What channel is this on?
Netflix.
Okay, cool.
Really good, man. Really good.
Yeah. And it talks about the road that Biggie. Do you remember the road that Biggie used to hustle on?
But we went there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. That's like when me and Kel went to New York. That was like the first thing we had to do was go there.
Yeah, because we went to the train station. We were like, can we go to Fulton Street? And they're like, Fulton Street.
They were like, why you want to go there? It was like, no, we're gonna go there, yeah. And it was like,
what is it? Proper ghetto? Is it ghetto?
Yeah,
is that why they're saying that?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It's not that bad. It's nothing that. It's just ghetto, isn't it?
Yeah. So like, I remember they told us how to get there now, and then we met this other guy who goes like, "Where y'all from?" Was like from London. Yeah. He goes, I tell you what, Fulton Street is like Shepherd's Bush. If y'all can go, Lambert Grove, he goes, if y'all can go there, y'all can go. You can go there. It's like, yeah, we can go there, bro. We can go there.
Yeah, cool.
Like we can go there.
Wait, is that the street where he was doing that rap?
He was rapping. He was hustling.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that. I don't know if it's the same street. I'm just because there's an old school video of him rapping doing the freestyle.
That's a different road. That was a different road. Remember that was when he went with to O's bits, and that's where he was rapping there, which was
Brownsville, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And,
but go on.
So, was there much about Puff Daddy getting involved? Or
of course. Yeah, Puff was in it. Not massively, but he was in it a little bit. Yeah. And it's more about the people that he grew up with, the friends that he grew up with.
And what I liked as well, because at the moment there's been so many kind of documentaries that have come out afterwards, which is about like the mystery of how they were killed and all this kind of stuff. Like, and this wasn't really concentrating on that. This was concentrating on him as the rapper, Biggie, growing up and why he became the way he is. You get me? To be fair, it's actually made me want to go back and watch that film Notorious. I know some of you don't like that film, but I actually like the film.
Big film. It's big film.
I need to watch it again. So I don't hate it at all. I don't hate it. I thought it was a bit light. I wanted more from it. That's what. But I thought it was a really good documentary. Yeah. It was well deserved 90 minutes. 100%.
I like seeing that Notorious because that's got what's the name in it from Tasha from
Power.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think you said it last year or earlier this year, and I thought, oh yeah, do you know what? Just totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
She played Little Kim in it.
Yeah, she's Little Kim.
Yeah.
She's done well as well.
But yeah, even that, you know, that when they said, like I said, that Junior Mafia, and then Little Kim comes out and spits that famous bar. I was like, nah, bro.
But every time I heard a big verse, I was like, oh man, I got this to big now. I got this to it now, bro. It's too much, man.
Yeah,
And the thing is, so talking about Biggie, like in school, that's where I got my name from, Biggie.
Yeah.
Right? There
we go.
No. And when I was in school, you know, hip hop meant nothing to me. I was just into jungle. I was just English music, jungle garage. And some guy goes to me, yeah, I'm gonna call you Biggie. And I thought, why are you calling me Biggie? He goes to me, oh, do you know who Biggie is? Oh yeah, here's his CD, Life After Death. That was the first album.
Life After Death, you know.
That was the first album. I didn't know anything before what he did before. I played it and I thought, this geezer is absolutely sick. And because he was big as well, and I was like, and he's famous, everyone loves him. I'm Biggie. Wow.
Some identity theft.
Straight from Stratford School, East Ham College, UL University, JJB, and all my other organizations I worked for.
Straight
like,
Biggie.
Yeah, it's just straight Biggie. It's like, yeah, Biggie. And it comes to a stage, okay, now I'm a bit old now, but if I go back to the hood, they will say, they'll still call me Biggie. I can say, bruv, Biggie died about 10 years ago. You can call me Richard now. Oh, Richard? No, I'm going to call you Biggie. Okay, you know what you're calling it.
Yeah, no, Biggie was one of them weird things. Like, I liked Biggie, but it wasn't until my mum bought that Life After Death album is when I started respecting him. But to be fair, that was pretty much after he died, or as he was dying, because obviously that was released. I think that was just after his death. Yeah,
it's after his death.
Yeah, just after his death, because we was like in my school, like we were West Side, so like we was riding for like Pac and Snoop and all of them. It was like proper dumb. Like in the playground, we was having East Coast West Coast beef. Like we're in London, you know, the ones that got nothing to do with us. But we was on this East Coast, West Coast stuff, and we couldn't listen to East Coast rappers.
It just adopted it.
Yeah, because like them, and that again, that's when like we had Nate Dogg, all of them. Like that was my name at the school. Do you get me? So that's what it was. So I was West Side. Do you get me?
It's not fair, man. No one was called Merv.
It's so funny because Biggie brings people together as well. Because you know, like Rich, like Jet, Jet's like an Asian friend of mine that I used to work with.
Oh, ours.
Oh wow, sorry. Yeah. but I worked with him side by side. That's why I said that. Yeah. But yeah, like he just one day he just started spitting some Biggie lyrics. I was like, bro, what are you doing? You know, what you know about Biggie? He goes, what? Bro, man knows the whole Biggie album, both albums inside out. I'm like, bloody hell, man. So it was just funny, like how everyone loved Biggie. Like it just proves like all cultures, all, you know what I mean? It's just,
Do you know that's funny when in the documentary when he went to London, innit? And they're like, Biggie, some girls like, Biggie, I wanna fuck you.
Yeah, I wanna fuck you. I was busting up. I was crying. Biggie, I wanna fuck you. Oh gosh.
Proper London mentality.
Oh, it's funny, man.
But it's very weird that, like Nate, you were saying in school, you were East Coast and West Coast. We, from the UK, we get sucked into the American culture, and we have nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with it.
I was proper sucked into it, and that's what I'm saying. And then you had even later on in school, you had the South. So like the South started coming up with the rappers, and we used to have another group in the playground that used to just rep South music.
Yeah, see all that there. I think that's the reason why, in regards to Americans, the whole American culture frustrates me, that we adopt it so much, and I think it's changing now. We kind of got more of our own identity. We've got.
But the youth don't know about Biggie now. But like even what's his name? Is it Pill Potter? What's his name? Yeah, he like when he goes, touch my Beretta, no, touch my cheddar from my Beretta. Like the youngers would think that that's his bars. They won't know that's Biggie's bars.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
But if you think about it, Biggie died what, 90s? Late 90s?
97, 96.
Yeah.
97. I think, was it Pac that 96?
No, 96.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Pac died 96.
95.
Biggie died 97. Yeah. And then if you think about it, these youths weren't born until 2000.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah,
no way they
yeah.
yeah.
Do you get me? Like, unless their parents used to pump it when they were tidying up the house on a Sunday, they're not going to know this.
Mm.
See, that's what I play that music for my little one, yeah. But obviously the missus gets upset. Too much swearing. I said, don't bring attention to it. Just don't bring attention. When you bring attention to it, that's when they start repeating the lyric, the swear words and stuff. Just let it play and they'll enjoy the beat and the music. That's what, you know what I mean?
0800.
Touch my cheddar, full my Beretta.
Man said 0800.
Yeah, don't worry. 0800 is going to be the time.
if I ever go to Kel's house where he sounds like, break yourself, man. No.
No, you definitely 0800, boy. Stop it before he gets to school properly. Because I ain't gonna lie, them teachers are snitches, bro.
That's straight.
But like you said, you know, like these kids don't know who Biggie is, etc. But it's down to us to educate them into the music. It's not even before Biggie. Who were we listening to before Biggie? You know, what were they called? How can I forget the name? Grandmaster Flex.
Yeah, them guys. They're old school.
Yeah, but they're old school.
KRS One, Daddy Kane, Slick Rick,
Heavy D.
Yeah.
Some of them I know, but a lot of them I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Our time is like Dr. Dre,
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Yeah, you know, that's our time.
Snoop, all them,
NWA. So anything from, I'd say,
Tupac.
Nas, Biggie,
early 90s to, I don't know, 2010, I reckon. That 20-year span is probably ours.
Yeah.
Like, even coming on with like the Cameron and the Dipset and all of that.
Yeah,
that was probably the latter end of our kind of.
It's probably true.
You mentioned
Dipset.
You mentioned NWA. NWA were too hard for me, bro.
Yeah, no, I was they were still before our time, but we heard about, because it was so controversial. We heard about them, but it's still.
That's when it's like getting a bit more commercial, isn't it? Like,
So as Dre and them started splitting up and all the rest of it, that's when we started kind of getting with them. Well, not getting with them, but listening to them.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, that is the documentaries. I've got a story to tell, and that's on Netflix. All right, Merv, what are you doing up this week?
So I've got a couple in. I'm going to keep them short and sweet. Obviously, my boy Rich is going to join me for one of these as well, or two of them. But so I watched the HBO or SkyAtlantic series 000. That was about it's about the drug trade, basically. Like, I know, Nate, it's like you're not really into that sort of thing.
No, to be honest, I tried to watch it, but when you talk about it, I might go back to it.
You know what? Obviously, like, it wasn't. It's a story about basically how drugs get transported, and it was telling the story of three different places. So you had Mexico, where the drugs were made. And then you had the Americans, which were basically shipping it over to Italy, where they distributed it. So it's mad because I didn't know what it was about at all. So when I started watching it, I just thought it was about Italian mafia, basically. So when I started watching it, I'm like, they're talking Italian, and I just see some next scene, and they're talking like Spanish, Mexican. I'm thinking, I swear this is like Spanish language and stuff, innit? So the way they kind of just seamlessly merge into different scenes, like at first you're a bit kind of disorientated, and you start to realize, there's a lot of flashbacks as well, but it just kind of pieces all together. But the series is just it's a very unhappy series, man. It's just nothing light about it at all. Do you know what I mean? It's like, in the end, drugs just win, and it kind of just goes with the better person to like that deals with it, basically. But no, it was good, man. I'd say it's worth a watch, definitely.
And that's what, 8 episodes?
Yeah, 8 episodes. Yeah.
What's that one called again?
000.
000.
Oh, 000.
Yeah, man. Good series.
I think
Is that Prime? Is that Prime? Yeah.
No, that's on SkyAtlantic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But because they were speaking Italian, I think that's what put me off as well.
Mav loves his subtitles, you know.
No, I love subtitles, but the Italian was too much for me.
You know, I I love that documentary on Gomorrah. I
yeah.
love, because it's Italian, I just used to miss some of the plots sometimes. I look at my phone and I'm like, oh shit, what happened?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those series. Like you have to dedicate, you have to commit to it because you'll just miss little beats, man. So, but the second thing I watched over the weekend was a film on Amazon Prime. It's so weird because I think everywhere else is on Netflix, which is ICareALot, which has what's her name, Rosamund Pike and Peter Dinklage. You know, the guy, what's his name, Tyrion from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So this was like, I'm like, yeah, this looks good, man. I love the way it started. Again, Rich, another stupid, like just silly writing, isn't it? Like again, but it was entertaining though. I did like it. But that's basically about a woman that she's a carer. Basically, she's a carer for the elderly people or people that just kind of start to lose a bit of capacity, that become a risk to themselves, and she basically gets like the
doctor,
like health services to do assessments on them, to say, okay, well, this person can't live on their own and they're gonna have to live in a home now, and she basically just gets to control all their assets. Basically, how would you say that she is? Like she has power of attorney over them, basically.
Power of attorney, yeah, that's it.
And she's just like, on her wall, she's just got bare clients that she's worked with, and just making money from them, basically, isn't it?
And she's proper sneaky. It's proper like, you think there's probably the fact that they've got this idea out there. It must be happening in general.
Yeah, basically,
it sounds like what's happening with Britney Spears. What Dad's doing sounds similar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. She's a con artist, basically, but like in this particular plot of the story is like, she just takes the wrong elderly person because she.
It's always one.
The woman has given me so much joy. The face that she pulled, like, yeah, he's gonna come for you.
Yeah. She goes to him. She goes to her, what's the date? The 16th. So last week was the 8th. And she started laughing. She started busting up. She's like, why are you laughing? He's gonna come for you. And she was like, huh? You know, she was getting shook, like, huh? Who's coming? Who's coming? Oh, don't you just wait.
So like, I might watch it.
Watch it.
It sounds interesting.
No, I'll say no more. But yeah, it had a bit of behind her eyes vibes towards like I'd say the first 2 acts of the whole thing was just like, yeah, it was good. Then it just turned to a Hollywood film. But I'd still say watch it. It's worth a watch, man.
I think the last 30-40 minutes frustrated me.
Yeah.
But the film itself, from the beginning, like I said, the 2 parts, the main sections of it was really, really good.
Yeah.
I just hoped it went a different way than it did. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And I think that was produced by Ben Stillman as well and Teddy Schwartzman.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. All right, cool. Move on.
Yeah. Obviously, moment we've been waiting for, man.
Jeez. Look. My guy's there.
He's there as well. I mean, I have him 3D, bruv. But anyway, like...
Here we go. Oh, gosh.
Hey,
obviously, I have to announce that I'm back in, bruv. I'm back in the CW, innit? I'm back in. This has brought me back in. The second episode might bring me back out as far as I got in. But yeah, Superman and Lois, like, premiered last week. Pilot episode was an hour and a half, and it just completely averted my expectations, innit? I just thought, this is what I wanted to see. This is someone that's like clearly taken the criticisms, all the negativity about the CW, and thought, you know what, we need to bring Superman back and we need to make him relevant again, innit? And this, well, I'd say this first episode done it for me. Like, obviously, I didn't like Tyler Hoechlin as Superman at all.
Still waste.
Do you know what?
So far in this hour and a half we've seen, he's fantastic.
Forget about what you saw before. Like, that don't matter anymore. Like, in fact, I don't even think that it's really. They mentioned nothing about the Arrowverse. No mention of Supergirl. It's like they just thought, let's just we're going to take him away now. Like, and obviously he's got, and even the timelines, because what their sons are, they've got twin sons, which are like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like, where did they ever fit into this Arrowverse anyway? Because the kids weren't there. You know?
When Arrowverse, I think they were.
Babies.
No, they were just, they never, they must be never to the end because.
No, because remember, Superman wasn't really in Arrowverse. He only came.
Oh yeah, he was in a
was
2 or something.
Yeah,
One,
no, he only came for the crossover event.
But anyway, they don't mention any of that at all.
Yeah. Can I just say?
Yeah.
They wrapped up everything in 10 minutes of the film. Like his mum died. He spoke about the kids.
Yeah.
No, I don't care about anyone else. They don't watch it. That's their problem. Like,
well, you got care. It's not even a Sky yet, bro.
It's not. Well, should we talk about it then?
No.
What's the point of talking about it?
All right.
No, I'm just saying. If it's not on Sky yet, what's the purpose of talking about it? We're here to spoil the thing. Sorry if I sound a bit aggressive, guys.
Go ahead.
Listen, like I said, the first 10 minutes he did a little recap, where it comes from, etc., which was fantastic. Unlike Batman, who will constantly repeat the murder.
Listen, don't you dare listen. Keep Batman's name out of this. It's got nothing to do with this. Keep his name out of this, because listen, I'll jump in it right now about out of this, bro. There's no need for that. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. All right, cool.
He's such an idiot. I just clocked his. Guys, if you can't see, right, he's talking to his Batman model to see if it's okay if I hurt his feelings. but honestly, no, they literally. I was pretty shocked how quick they wrapped it up. Like his mum dying, had the funeral, and more or less they're back in Smallville, discussing moving back into the city, town, whatever it is.
Like it was good, man. Like it's still got those stains of CW in it. Like so but you know what? It makes sense because like that's just happening with the kids. And I expect that from kids. You know, they're teenagers, they're going through a difficult time. Like, so I expect a bit of Flash sort of behavior from them because they're only teenagers. But no, and I hope that the budget is consistent with it as well, because
I hope not.
No, I mean as in the effects. The effects are good, man.
They were decent. Listen. Let's get.
What are you talking about, bro? Okay, let's hear this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, boys, right? Right. CW's funding in regards to effects is horrendous. There's some scenes which are absolutely pathetic.
Can I stop you there?
Go for it, son.
Nate, can you testify? What's the name again? That one that we watched together? The Stargirl. The graphics.
Sick.
The graphics was sick, bro.
Yes.
That was CW. The graphics was sick.
Stargirl was sick.
Yeah,
but was it CW? Do you remember it wasn't?
It was CW.
Was it CW all, or was it something else and it was going to get transferred over to CW?
I'll check.
I think it's still CW.
No, some of it looked good because I'll tell you what part looked really good for me is the part where he went into the factory and
you get the Superman 3 vibes as the homage to Superman 3, yeah.
Yes. Right. That was I thought, gun fingers straight in the air.
And also the first time Superman ever appeared in Action Comics, and he was carrying the green car. Well, obviously they've done it as a more modern car, isn't it? And the suit of the Golden Age as well, where he had the red S on the black.
My mum made it.
Yeah.
Is that when he said my mum? Yeah, that's the one. I was gonna slew that suit until he said that, innit?
Do you know what though? But that was the first suit though in the comics.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the first. That's why they done it. It's just to pay homage to the But I didn't. The padding on the suit is a bit iffy, man. It's like
which one? The new suit he's got on.
I think both of them he had. It's like there was like a bicep just going round here or something like.
Honestly, his suit that he's wearing now, it seems all very wrong to me.
Like it's better than the one that they had in the CW. Like we had some buckles on his cape. Like that was just
straight buckles.
They improved it. They improved this.
I just think he looks very bulky it looks like you can tell he's a very skinny person, but his suit looks like an inflated suit.
You know, I swear he was bigger in Teen Wolf though, you know, because he used to be in Teen Wolf.
I don't remember how.
and like it was an alpha wolf in it, and it's like
I hate that. You know what? I hate that show, but I kept watching it.
It was
kept watching
right.
it. I kept watching it though. I kept watching it.
It started off well. It started off well with
yeah,
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I didn't finish that anyway. But
I didn't finish it.
yeah.
So,
But I liked it, man, and even Lois, like I was against that Lois Lane.
No, yeah.
But I've like she just grew on me quickly.
okay,
Right.
is this more like Smallville, or is it more like you think it's going to be like how Flash and all of them are, where every episode he's trying to deal with some form of baddie?
It's not, well,
I'd say it's a hybrid.
What you say, what
exactly.
you say depends on whether I watch it or not.
I'd say it's a hybrid of Smallville, CW, and the like Titan verse.
Yeah, because honestly, because yes,
I want it to be less like Smallville and more like the others.
You know what? They've grounded it so much, I think. And obviously when he's doing these Superman bits, it's like, look, this is how Henry Cavill's Superman should have been. It should have been like, you know what, let's deal with some serious issues here. But when you're Superman, you're a beacon of hope, innit? Like you can't be miserable as Clark Kent and miserable as Superman. It just don't work, innit?
Okay, obviously you don't know the answer to this question. It's already been renewed for a second season after one episode. Yeah. But it, like, obviously, you know, like I'm assuming that it goes down the CW route, yeah, in a sense of the CW format. So whether it's Flash, whether it's Arrow, whether it's
Legends,
Supergirl, Legends, they have a group, yeah. So you have your superstar, your superhero. He has a kind of team around him, or them, or her, that helps them go and fight crime and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Is it going to be, and then every week it's a different story, or it's the same story, but there's different people that he's kind of, is it going to go down that route? Or do you think it's more traditional Superman? He's light of hope kind of.
I don't know.
This one, it seems like it's got a common villain already. We know he's got a common villain he's got right now.
Yeah.
That's going to go on throughout the.
So it's like, they'll have like, I don't know, little scenes where he's trying to do good. That what it is basically. Should I watch it? Because I didn't like Smallville, if I be real. I didn't like Smallville at all. Like
all of the Smallvilles.
Smallville got pathetic to the end.
Like the last 2-3 seasons I hated it.
I didn't like
the
Smallville.
first 6-7 seasons I loved it.
Okay, I tell you
When Lana got powers, I was out.
Maybe I'm confusing it. Maybe it's not even Smallville. I didn't like Smallville. But what was the other one?
Oh, Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher one.
Lois and Clark.
That was big.
That was heavy, man. But we didn't know any. We was untrained, didn't it?
Yeah, that was nonsense. Like, for me, like that didn't even. It was dead, man.
What BBC Two one?
Yeah.
That was ages ago, though.
No, but what I mean is, when you talk about Superman and Lois, like, is it going to be like that kind of program? That was like more of a series that anyone can watch. Where I want it to be like.
No,
but listen, like you're gonna have like some kind of fights with somebody.
Listen, don't forget he's got twins. One of the twins have got abilities and one hasn't. Already one in the episode his eyes are just blown out, it's gone everywhere, and he blew up everything. And he's like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" Then Clark Kent had to reveal to his kids he's Superman, and they slewed him straight away. You're waste dad. We don't want to know you.
You know.
Okay. All right. Don't say. I'll give it a go.
That's the only bit that got me angry. You know, I'm thinking. Imagine, I don't care how much your dad made a mistake. You found out your dad's Superman. You're not cussing him, bro. You're like, Dad, look, take me on your back and fly me around the world now, innit? Like, get me.
Yeah,
you're not gonna cuss. Like, it's dumb.
I get why one of the boys who was one of the twins who was upset, because he had nightmares when he was growing up, constant nightmares, and he was disruptive, right? But they put it down to, he needs to go and see a psychiatrist, etc. Yeah. But come on, you're Superman. You know, you don't know if he's got the abilities. They actually thought the other twin had the abilities because he was good at foot.
He's like the jock son, isn't he? He's like
so is he Superboy basically?
No, I don't even.
But you know what? I'm not gonna. Sorry.
Go on, Rich.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. This boy, the twin that's got the powers, he can easily be a villain.
He looks like Brightburn, isn't it? Like,
yes, exactly. He's got the look. He's got the dark look. So I'm pretty sure within a series,
he'll get manipulated, isn't it?
100%, and he'll be a devil of a child.
All right, cool. Now I'll give it a go.
I'm going.
I'll give a go.
No, I'm going basis on the first episode, and I'm like, I can't. The only thing I can slew is the CGI.
Look, no, you're getting me angry. It's not that bad, bro. And even look,
okay, listen, Merv. The part when he flew up in the sky and he was in the air, right? And the whole 360 around him was perfect.
Come on. Look, there's gonna be even some Marvel CGI is awful, isn't it? But for a TV series,
have you seen WandaVision?
even some things in Wandavision are waste. No, you can't do that. It's not fair. It's not a fair battle, man. You can't bring a knife to a gunfight, bro. It's wrong.
It's probably true. No, but
Merv's really getting his lyrics on.
I know. Yeah. On it.
I think some of the CGI was poor, but I expected it because CW kind of have to accept this certain things. It is what it is, isn't it? But
you already know. The thing is, I don't even have rights to say it, so I'm going to say it anyway. This first episode is better than all of them. All of the ones I ain't seen. Like it's better than all of them, isn't it?
It's probably true.
This is better than
It's not better than Flash. It's not better than Flash.
Flash.
It's not better than Flash.
Supergirl.
Batwoman. Black Lightning. Don't even mention Batwoman, bro.
Bro,
I still need to watch the new one.
Wait, hold on. Did you hear what he just said? It's better than all of them. Has he seen Flash?
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Is he Zoom?
Flash is coming back soon, though.
All I know is still running after the same species, bro.
No, Flash.
That's original.
Flash is the best one I wanted.
Don't you remember when he was facing Zoom?
Yeah.
Bro, that was sick. That was sick season.
Who cares about that, bro? Anyway, look. I'm saying this.
Man purge your whole existence, you know. He purged your whole existence, bro.
It's levels. I don't even talk about Batwoman, bro, because
compared to Titans, though, what's he saying?
I think it's better than Titans.
It's one episode, Merv. What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, bro?
Like I said at the start, next week.
It could be all wrong by next week.
I could be saying the complete. I own my mistakes in it, but
the first season was massive, bro.
Flash season 7.
First season.
Yeah.
Sorry, Flash season 7.
Yeah.
The first episode out today.
I'll watch it too.
Oh, is that okay? Cool.
Well, March 2nd in America, obviously.
But I'm not really too concerned about this season because they continue from the same story from the last.
COVID, yeah.
And they have also been renewed for season 8. I thought they was locking off all of them. To be honest,
I'll keep on watching Flash.
Flash is it's out of respect, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll keep watching Flash.
Is Iris got powers now as well? Yeah.
Who?
Iris.
No, she ain't got powers.
Did she have
the mirror?
Yeah, but she might have.
She's
trapped. No, wait, she's trapped somewhere now. But I think when she comes out, she probably might have some powers.
Does Joe have powers as well?
You're taking a mic.
With Joe receding hairline, boy.
That's his powers. That's his power, isn't it?
It's receding.
Remember, his missus has got powers as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's forget this conversation.
All right, cool. I'll leave you lot to it. That was Lois and Superman on alternative platforms. Rich.
This is a long does up, but I thought we finished now.
So did I, to be honest. But Rich, go ahead.
This was
Rich doesn't even know what he's talking about. What? Look, he's so confused.
No, so it was the documentary of Mike Tyson, the Frank Bruno Mike Tyson. Yeah, that laugh was legendary laugh. Yeah, so it was this documentary how from beginning of Frank's career really, and what he went through. I know Nate, you watched a bit of it as well, didn't you?
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
Oh yeah, then you can continue.
Rubbish. But before you go on, Nate, one quick thing. You see how you like in school use West and East West Coast? Like my primary school was divided. You either Bruno or Tyson. And we were like, nah, Bruno's gonna win. They're like, nah, Tyson's gonna win. The whole school was just divided, bro. The build up was so big for that fight, man. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, it was more about Frank Bruno than Tyson, and it was kind of Frank Bruno's kind of his rise to him wanting to be heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, and it talks about the fact that like he met Mike Tyson. I think he was 20, Mike Tyson was 15, and they met in sparring. And then they're the different career trajectories, and they kind of went off, and Mike Tyson became the baddest man on the planet. And like Frank Bruno, he then tried to become the heavyweight champion of the world. He had a good, like, solid, like, right hand, and like he was solid, you get me? Which for me was interesting because I forgot that Frank Bruno was like good. Like, I only remember Frank Bruno was like some HP source, like,
you know what I mean, Harry?
Yeah, so like that kind of thing. And he talks about that in the show, the film, the documentary. But at that time, I was thinking, I don't remember Frank Bruno being like a swingers or what have you. Yeah.
I never liked Frank Bruno as a boxer. I'm being honest with you. I'm just like, again, his boxing style wasn't a Mike Tyson boxing style. It wasn't quick, rapid, fast punching. First 2 rounds, it was just like
never
a slug. It's just a slug. Not Audley Harrison, just one of those ones.
Whoa.
Okay, maybe I
put Frank Bruno. Come on.
Maybe I shouldn't be a disrespect.
Audley Harrison's awful.
Whoa.
He's awful.
Come on, guys. We know his family members.
Hold on. I knew.
Shout out to Ty.
Do you know what? How did I guess that Nate's gonna be a family member of Nate's?
It's not Ty. It's not me.
Ty.
Oh, Ty.
Steve.
It's still always man, isn't it? It's still always man.
Ty doesn't even listen, so we can talk about Ty's cousin. It's cool. But yeah, so it talks about Frank Bruno, and then it gets to the stage where it talks about, like, obviously Mike Tyson, how he becomes like the youngest heavyweight champion in the world, whatever. And then it kind of goes to their first fight. And at one point, Frank Bruno looks like he's potentially going to win. Yeah. Then obviously Tyson comes out, and then like there's one round where Frank Bruno looks like he's hurt Tyson. Did Tyson drop? I can't remember if Tyson went down to the thing or whatever, yeah. But it looked good. Like Frank Bruno looked like he was going to win then. So obviously Tyson came out with an explosive thing. And then he basically almost put Frank Bruno in semi-retirement. So after that fight, Frank didn't fight for a long time. And Frank had like some real damage to one of his eyes, the retina. They kind of told him he's got to not box anymore. But like then Frank starts kind of selling out. He starts kind of doing starts doing up TV or whatever, them kind of things. Like, but the public, the general public really, really love him. And he starts to realize that the public love him. He starts doing stuff like No Ledman's, whatever that Saturday night show he used to have in the house. But like, but he's dressed up as a woman, like a fairy of some sort. Like, you know, the ones that like he's starting to think like, I don't even respect my own gangster kind of thing. Yeah. And then like you start seeing the whole HP source and that kind of stuff. And he starts talking about his kids and all the rest of it. And then meanwhile, while he's talking about that, it also goes on Tyson's trajectory. And Tyson, obviously, he's married to Robin Givens, and like how their relationship breaks up. And then when she has that interview with him on TV, sitting next to him, and she's just like, yeah, Tyson has this problem, he has that problem. And like, you know, like you're just sitting there and your girl's talking to the TV, the host, like just talking about you, like you're not there at all. And you just got to keep some straight face.
I remember that.
Like it was an awful interview, you know, I think stuff like,
awful,
like, allow it,
you know
man.
What? It's like Tyson was just glazed over.
Yeah.
It was literally, it was just like that. It was just there. It is a shame, you know. And from two different views with two different boxers, like boxing in America and boxing in the UK is totally different. Like boxing in America, you get money. If you know, you get money, and it's Eubank. Bruno he had to fight to obtain the money, and obviously Tyson was just misled with poor management, and obviously he had anger issues in general anyway. And I think
I'll eat your kids.
Yeah, exactly. I'll eat your kids, and obviously when his adopted parent died, you know, that just totally just derailed him.
Pushed him over the edge. And then I think like coupled with the whole thing with him and Robin breaking up, he then kind of loses his way, and he does that thing where he's now going to the award ceremony, the models, and that's when he gets the whole rape case and all that kind of stuff. And when he goes to prison, and after he loses the fight against a boxer he should never have lost against, kind of thing. But he wasn't respecting the sport. So you kind of see his kind of downfall, and then you then start seeing Bruno start wanting to go back into boxing, and Bruno then gets back into boxing, and then eventually Bruno becomes champion of the world. because the person he fights, like, obviously was some dead guy, but he beats him, and then he then has a rematch between Tyson and Bruno. And like everyone thinks like Bruno feels like I'm going to be able to do it. Tyson's not concentrating. He's just come out of jail. He's not focused. I can do it. Obviously, Tyson's an animal, bruv. So Tyson came out, bruv. He switched up the thing. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
And he just done what he had to do. Then Bruno obviously did then retire. And obviously because his eye and all the rest of it. But it was, and then later on in the documentary, they actually go back and meet each other. And they have like this kind of conversation as they're adults and they talk about it. And you can see how both of them have changed through boxing and stuff. Yeah, but for me, it's a good part of history. Do you know what I mean? Like you learn a lot of stuff you didn't know, maybe even about Bruno, about Tyson, just their kind of relationship and stuff. I thought it was a very, very well done, well put together documentary.
Yeah, and also just on that, it was so, Bruno had, there was a lot of racism towards Bruno, not from the white people, from the black people, black community.
Yeah, they all called him a Mr. Uncle Tom. He sold out.
Yeah, Uncle Tom, and it
hurt him.
Yeah, it hurt him massively. After matches that he won, he was saying, "I'm not Uncle Tom. I'm not Uncle Tom. I'm not Bounty." Stuff like that. So that affected him, and I'm thinking, wow, we're calling him these names, and it's mentally it affected him. Not saying that's the reason why he's got bipolar, but obviously that's down to probably constant hits in the head or whatever. Some form of trauma, whatever it is, but stuff like that has affected him massively. Like because of that, he lost his wife. They got divorced, so he was going through a lot of issues during that period of time. But you can tell how much he loved his children. He was crying. I miss my kids. Blah blah. So Tyson, man, he was a good person, and you can tell by Bruno. So you can tell by Bruno how witty he was back then. It was a lot of journalists spoke to him and he was quick on the mark to respond with a cheeky answer. Now you look at him now, he's very, very much slower. I know when the older you get a bit slower in general, but too many hits eventually affects you physically and mentally.
Yeah. No, but it's like I said, for me, it's a very good documentary. It's on Sky Documentaries or alternative platforms if you've got alternative platforms. But I think it was worth a watch. It was very good. It was enjoyable. It was an enjoyable watch. Thank you, Rich. I'll quickly do my one very, very briefly.
You done your one?
No, bro, I didn't.
No, that's our one joint.
That was Rich's one. Bro.
That was our one joint.
Yeah, our
joint.
Sorry.
No, we don't. When we first started, man.
I didn't, bro. I didn't. Merv, you started, Kel.
Look at this Kel just wants to go to bed,
Yes, hurry up, please.
All right, very, very briefly. All right, a film came out on Sky Movies. I don't understand how I still have SkyCinema. I'm still paying for it. It's an idiot thing. But I wouldn't have never known about this film, okay? And it's called The United States versus Holiday. All right? And it's a kind of story of Billie Holiday's life. And I didn't realize, I always knew about the name Billie Holiday and she was a jazz singer, but I didn't really know anything about her. So for me, it was very interesting because I got to learn history. And basically, one of the things, very briefly, the kind of concept of the whole film is it was a war on drugs and the United States tried to racialize the war on drugs. So basically, they kept on trying to get Billie Holiday on stuff like, because she was a coke addict, yeah? She used to take coke. So what they did is they tried to get her arrested and throw her in jail and all this kind of stuff. But on this coke, they had FBI agents planting things on her and all of this stuff, yeah? All because she kept on singing this controversial song, which was called Strange Fruit, what was about the lynching that was happening in America and how black people were getting lynched. Yeah. And basically the FBI the American government did not want her singing this song. And they kept on going to her and saying, don't sing the song. And she wouldn't listen. She kept on singing the song. And it was kind of like her fight, because her fight was like, look, I'm singing the song. Do you get me? And it kind of made people aware of a situation of lynching and stuff like that. But it was the fact that the American government was so against it that they were planting FBI agents in her team, all of this stuff, people trying to plant drugs on her, all this kind of stuff, because they didn't want her to get where she was and her to keep on passing on this message. And Andra Day is in it. She was the one that won an award. She's an amazing singer. She plays Billie Holiday. There's a few people that you would have recognized. Melvin Gregg, who I guess we knew from stuff like Instagram and all that kind of stuff originally. He's in it. And Tyler James Williams, who used to play Everybody Hates Chris, who played Chris in Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
He's also in it. He's one of the guitarists. But it is, you can see that even then she had a troubled life, like through her kind of upbringing with her family, or she didn't really have much family, and just the kind of relationships that she chose with, like her potential partners, how there must be domestic violence in them and some of them and all that. But actually, like I said, for me, it was a very good 95-minute. It was about 2 hours actually. To be fair, it's a very good film. Like, and it was a film again. Like I said, if it didn't come up on Sky Premiere, I wouldn't have watched it. But I wanted to kind of, it made me want to go and know more about Billie Holiday. So it's a very good film. But obviously, Kel, you want to go to bed, so I'm gonna leave it there, innit? Yeah.
Don't put it on me, bro.
Kel wants to talk about Biggie. You get me? He wants to stay like from the beginning of the
No,
documentary.
but the thing is, you know 50% of it as well. That's why I was confused, because you were chatting about Biggie.
No, I'm joking. All right, people, that's the Fully Geek Pod. That's episode 81. Yeah, 0800. All right, people, have a good week, and we'll see you. We'll catch you on the rebound.
Peace.
Peace.